Well, the wait is finally over, ladies and gentlemen. We're here from Ralph Englestad Arena, and we are, in fact, going to have the Section 8A Boys Basketball Championship, the last one in boys basketball in all four classes that needs to get played. All the 4A, 3A, and AA schools have clinched their spots in the state tournament, but due to some weather yesterday, this one had to get pushed back to today, and we're expecting it to dandy, so it's well worth the wait. Weimar, Bo Melby, Tom Leeson here from the Ralph today to bring you all the action here on KROX and the KROX video stream. So we welcome in all our viewers and listeners today, and we've got it on multiple platforms for you. Sacred Heart, they are the number one seed in the West subsection. They did not cruise their way through the West subsection, however, to get to this point. A game-winning putback by Landon Denny just the other night to get them to this game as they took down Warren Albright Oslo 50-48. And they are 26-4 on the year. They're the defending Section 8A champions. They won the consolation championship down at the state tournament a year ago. They've got size. They've got some experience. They've got a great coach and a great fan base behind them as well. And they're looking to go back-to-back. On the other side of things, Fosston, they kind of have rolled their way through this section tournament so far. They were the number one on the east side of the bracket, 25-5 this year. And, well, they have not had any issues so far in this tournament. They beat Clearbrook-Gonvick in the opening round. They really took it to Ada Borup West after the Cougars tried to slow the game down on them right away, but then Fosston kicked it into gear, and then it was no contest the other night. They shot almost 80% from the field, missed just a total of 6 shots, just 2 in the first half, and they went right past Vertical Beltrami to get to this point. So the Greyhounds will try to bring it home for the East and make a trip down to the state tournament. This is the Riverview Health pregame show. We did get a chance to talk with both head coaches, and we're starting a little bit earlier with our pregame show because those conversations are a little bit lengthier, and we want you to be able to hear both of them. Lots of good insight for both of these coaches ahead of the big game. So we did start our pregame a little bit earlier, but we got that on the way for you. We will also get you your draft scoreboard update as the final day of the girls basketball season wraps up down in the Twin Cities. We have some scores we can tell you about already, and then some of the championships that will be going on later this evening as well. And then, of course, right before the opening tip at 1 o'clock today, we will have the Napa Crooks and Welding Machine starting lineups as well. The two teams are about to take the court and start their warm-ups. We will take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from the head coach of the Greyhounds, Ben Hemberger, and we'll see what they need to do to get a win tonight, how he's feeling heading into the big matchup, and much, much more. This is the Riverview Health pregame show from Ralph Englestad Arena. It's the Section 8A Boys Basketball Championship on KROX and the KROX live stream. We'll be back right after this.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Dr. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com. Fix it, do it, remodel it, and improve it with the help of Crookston Hardware Hank. They have everything you need from electrical to plumbing supplies, paint, stain, and paint supplies, power and hand tools, housewares, and things to fix up and clean up. Crookston Hardware Hank carries seasonal items, shovels, rakes, grills, bird feeders, bird seed, pet food, and much more. For home projects, repairs, and more, shop Crookston Hardware Hank, University Avenue in Crookston.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
Happy Joe's in Crookston has some grand news. Our buffet is back. Come grab all your favorites, including our pizza, pasta, and breadsticks, plus more. Buffet is open 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Happy Joe's, good times to be together.
And we welcome you back inside the Riverview Health pregame show. Now joined with Ben Hemberger, the head coach of Fosston. And Coach, let's just start with yesterday. You find out the game gets postponed. So did you get a chance to practice at that point? It's kind of, early afternoon. So did you scramble and get some work in?
Yeah, we did actually. It wasn't very intense, obviously, but more so just kind of a walkthrough and trying to go through some of the stuff that Sacred Heart will try to do to us a little bit, and just kind of refresh our memories a little bit, because we've spent basically all day on Thursday was that, so we just kind of walked through and reviewed it again yesterday. So it is what it is. Obviously everybody would have liked to play last night, but Mother Nature once again reared her ugly head.
So speaking of Sacred Heart, it's a unique situation because you haven't played them this year. I don't know if you played them last year, but you don't have that often when you get to this point of the year. A lot of teams that play for a section championship have played each other. So does that make this kind of a unique game in that sense?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, our kids and their kids are all very familiar with each other, like from baseball in the spring and all that. But we have not met on the basketball court in probably about 9 or 10 years, to be honest. And, so it does make it a little bit unique. We've seen them play live a few different times this year throughout the season, on film several times, and the same thing for them. We've exchanged film back and forth with each other on different teams and stuff. But, a very good team, very well coached, very long, athletic, and they do a lot of things the right way.
That Furbo-Trammy game, you guys could do no wrong early on. What a great start that was. You're making shots defensively. You really bothered them. I mean, what was working for you in that one?
Well, it helps when you shoot 80% from the field, which is what we were. So I think we were 17 and 19 from the field in the first half alone. And you're right. I thought, especially in the first half, I thought we were making things difficult on them defensively. Swimmy got loose a little bit on us in the second half, and scored quite a few points for him. But I thought we did an excellent job on Derek Sorensen, their number 2 guy. And it's kind of what we've hung our hat on since we've been here. And this year especially with these kids, they've really bought into that end of the floor and making teams work for everything that they might get.
So what's the couple of biggest things that's going to come down to today if you want to raise that section championship trophy up?
Well, for sure we got to defend like we have been. They pose some challenges for us that we don't have the size necessarily that they do, but we have some good quickness and some good on-ball defenders, and hopefully we can contain Mr. Sunby. He's kind of the head of the snake, and he makes those guys go, and he is a very good point guard. And so we're going to have to try to contain him as much as we can, and not let him be the guy that makes everybody else so much better on that team. And obviously we need to rebound and on both ends of the floor, and take good care of the ball and do what we do on offense.
Coach, congrats on a great season. Thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Sounds good. Thank you.
As the head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds, Ben Hemberger, appreciate his time here in the pregame show, and he always references defense, whether it's before the game, after the game. Maybe it's just a Fosston thing because their girls team that lost the heartbreaker last week to Badger Greenbush Middle River in the section championship, they were 3rd in the state in points per game against Fosston. They're right up there, too. They have a really good defense. They give up just 48.4 points per game, and they certainly do pride themselves on that. So he is all about the defense. They did a great job on Furbo-Trammy in their last game. They're going to have another similar game here today if they want to raise that trophy up high. And then the rebounding thing, too, it is a big thing to note because Sacred Heart does have size inside. I mean, Landon Denny's 6'5", Greg Downs, he's 6'5" off the bench, is just a sophomore. And then even some of their guards, Parker Erickson, 6'3", Ethan Arnson is 6'3", so they got some size. And Fosston, that'd be one area maybe if you're a Greyhound fan or the coaching staff you might be a little bit concerned about. So we will definitely keep an eye on that as this one moves along here today. But again, Fosston 25-5. And, of course, we will get to the starting lineups, but they start 5 seniors, and they bring 2 off the bench. So 8 guys that they play, 7 of them are seniors. So it's a pretty special group. It's just not very common you see that many seniors in a rotation. So we'll see if they can cap off what has been a magical season for them and make the state tournament. A little bit of injury concern. Obviously, Carson Bushy, who made 8 threes in the quarterfinal game, injured his ankle right away in the game against Fort Beltrami. They're going to give it a go today. He says he's ready to go. Coach Hemberger's ready to go and is ready to being willing to start him in this one. So he is going to get that opportunity, and then we'll just have to kind of play it out from there. And then the other guy that's been battling some stuff as well is senior Darren Scala. He got injured in the quarterfinal game himself, and he looked good in the last one, though. He scored over 20 in their win against the Falcons, now on Wednesday night, a couple nights ago. And so health-wise, we don't really know. They say they're going to be okay. You never really know until they get out there and start playing, though. So that's what you need to know about the Greyhounds. We'll take another break. When we come back, you'll hear from the head coach of Sacred Heart, the defending Section 8A champions from a year ago, Destry Sturkle. He's got his team 26-4 this year, and they'll look to go back-to-back today. His comments are next. This is the Riverview Health pregame show of Sacred Heart and Fosston boys basketball in the Section 8A championship on KROX and the KROX live stream.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
crap shooting,
hockey, basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
And there is
orchestra,
band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech,
theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot of going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome to Andy Ullman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience. 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it is important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. The Crookston Eye Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays they open at 9:15 a.m. They also have a second location in Fosston to offer you even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or looking for a new pair of glasses, the doctors at Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget Smith and Jananetta are all accepting new patients. Call 218-281-2020 for the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinic, the best care in sight.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
And welcome you back inside the Riverview pregame show. Now joined with Sacred Heart and Coach Destry Sturkle. And Coach, you've made it here to this moment again, just like you did last year. Take us back to last year. It was a crazy game. You get the win in overtime. I think it was double overtime, actually. And, you know, are there moments from that game that you can reflect on and say that you're going to have to do today as well to win at this level? What does it take?
Well, I think defending in the half court, We did a good job of that last year, and I think just the experience. We shouldn't really have any nerves. I mean, we've been here. We've had the double overtime win against Cass Lake, and then and we probably won't really talk about that much to them. We tried to avoid all things last year as far as talking to them about this year. Not trying to compare it, letting them know you guys are a new team and same goals, same aspirations, and it can be done. So the most we'll really talk about is just say, hey, you guys have the experience. You were here last year. Now let's go out and play our game. But I think it definitely helps us that we were here and have that experience.
You know, I'm going to use Fertile Trammy as an example. They hit a game-winning buzzer beater. They come out, play Fosston the next game, and Fosston took it to them right away. You guys just hit a buzzer beater. You're playing Fosston now today. What do you have to do to avoid a slow start? Is it sometimes tough to come down from that emotional high?
I don't think so. Just I can't speak for what Fertile discusses what they do, but our goal all year long is to get back to the state tournament. So we just refocus, regroup right away, and we know it's not going to be an easy task at hand. Fosston's a heck of a team, and if we come out here and let them shoot 80% with wide open look after wide open look, then it's going to be a long day for us. But we got to be focused. We let go of what happened and of the last game and move on. And we've had 2 days. I mean, that's a quicker turnaround for what Fertile had to go through, and we've had 2 days to kind of get over that win and move on to regroup and collect our thoughts for Fosston and get ready to try to defend the section.
You know, I was going to ask you about that too. You find out the game gets pushed back yesterday, so did you get a chance to practice at that point? It was kind of late afternoon maybe when you found out, so how'd you handle that?
We had a 3:30 optional practice. We got some farm kids out and things, and all 17 made it, so that tells you where their focus is right there. And we had a really good practice, went over, our defensive scout, what we want to do, and went over, got some more shots up, worked on some plays that we think might work against Fosston. So we took full advantage of that extra day, and hopefully it comes in to play, and maybe we get a couple easier looks because of some stuff we worked on. But we've had it happen so much this year with rescheduling, and I didn't grow up in the area, so I had to learn what a ground blizzard was real quick. Kind of scratched my head on that one, but so we're just we're used to it. You're used to getting things moved around, and you can't let it affect you. And we knew that no matter what, this game's going to be played tomorrow. The state will make sure of that. So we're going to get it in. Let's have a good day of practice and be ready to go today.
And then the last question I'd have for you from an offensive standpoint, you came out and the shots started to fall in the second half against Warren. Maybe in the first half, not as much. Fosston's been known at times to mix in his own here or there. Is it something you're prepared for? And is the outside shot going to be a big part of if you have success today?
We're definitely prepared for a little zone where we know they're going to be a really good defensive team. They don't do anything really gimmicky. He's going to play you tough man-to-man, and then if he goes zone, it's going to be a real traditional, strong zone defense. And we just want to take the open shot. We are bigger than them. We've got to utilize Greg and Landon in the post and Ethan, and we got to get our 2 feet in the paint and then work inside outs. If we don't have the shot there and they collapse, we'll kick it out. And I think we ended up 5 of 31 or 6 of 31 from threes on Wednesday night. And if we shoot 31 open, good, solid threes again tonight, I think we'll make more than 5 or 6. And whatever the result is, I'll be happy with it.
Coach, appreciate the time. Congrats on a great year. Good luck today.
Appreciate it.
That was the head coach of Sacred Heart, Destry Sturkle. Appreciate his time here in the pregame shows. They get ready to try and defend their championship from a year ago. And there's a couple of big differences from them getting ready for Fosston compared to Fertile Beltrami, but I wanted to bring it up just because it is similar. Fosston, they're playing a team for the second straight game now that's hit a game-winning shot on a putback at the buzzer, so it's kind of crazy. But at the same time, like Coach Sturkle said, they've had an extra day to prepare now with the postponement, unlike Fertile Beltrami did. And not that Fertile Beltrami wasn't expecting to be in that position, but Sacred Heart, their goal has been to win the section right from the start, and they were well aware that they're capable of doing it again. So they might be able to come back from that emotional high a little bit better than Fertile Beltrami was the other night. So we'll see. That's something to keep an eye on. And then, like you said, too, if if you only make 5 threes when you're taking 31 of them, it's going to be a long day. But he also said they were good looks. So if they can just get those good looks again, maybe knock a few more down, they'll feel pretty good about it. So that's a look at Sacred Heart. And again, we'll get to our starting lineups here in a little bit. But they are a little bit experienced as well. Not quite as experienced as Fosston is, but they do have some seniors and some guys that have been playing for a long time. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into our draft scoreboard update. That'll be coming up after this. It's the Riverview Health pregame show from Ralph Englestad Arena. This is the Section 8A Boys Championship on KROX and the KROX live stream.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Crookston Valley Cooperative in Crookston is your full-service local agronomy dealer, delivering the products and services that you've come to expect. Crookston Valley Cooperative specializes in seed, chemical, and fertilizers that you need to keep your farm operation growing. For expert advice you can rely on, give Sean and Mike a call at 281-1178 today or stop by at Crookston Valley Cooperative located at 1122 Fairfax Avenue in Crookston. That's 281-1178, Crookston Valley Co-op, here to keep you growing.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
Hello, this is Lindsay Erdman, Executive Director at Benedictine Living Community Crookston. Over the years, we have seized the opportunity to make changes and improve the services that we offer. Healthcare has taken on a very distinct evolution, focusing on post-acute, short stay, and return to home. It is our privilege to continue to serve our community with continuum of care ranging from assisted living, memory care, post-acute, short stay, and extended care. We are so grateful for the support of Crookston and the surrounding communities. Please know how very proud Benedictine Living Community of Crookston is to serve our community.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin Headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
In an ever-growing, changing world, you build on memories and look to the future. We turn dreams into opportunities, challenges into achievements. We evolve with you. To build, plan, finance, and protect your future.
Back here from Ralph Englestad Arena as we continue our pregame show as we get ready for Sacred Heart and Fosston boys basketball in the Section 8A championship game. This is the only game in boys basketball in the state of Minnesota. Like we said, all the 4A, 3A, and AA schools have earned their berths to the state tournament this upcoming week, and 7 of the 8 in Class A have as well. So we're just waiting on the winner of this one. Due to the blizzard we got yesterday, had to postpone it to today. Let's take a look at our draft scoreboard update brought to you by Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston, and of course, prime rib night on a Saturday night. I mean, what sounds better than that? Head on over there from 5 to 9 this evening. If you can't get out there today, they'll be open tomorrow as well. Build your own mac and cheese all day long on Sundays as well. And then, of course, good specials 6 days a week. Monday, they are closed. Any questions, you can always give them a call at 218-281-1183. It's Draft Sports Bar and Grill in Crookston, right across from the Crookston Sports Center on Fisher Avenue. A couple of final scores from the girls' state basketball tournaments that we do have for the people that are listening in this neck of the woods. Badger Greenbush Miller River, they fell in the Class A Consolation Championship at Concordia University this morning to Underwood by a final score of 47-32. So 6th place finish for them. And again, congrats to Coach Dahl and the Gators on a solid season. In the 3rd place game in Class A, A, it was Belgrade Bruton El Rosa. They get a win over Hayfield 65-54. Those are the only final scores we have so far. The championship games are going to go as follows. Actually going on right now in Class A, and all these games at Williams Arena. It's Mount Iron Buell taking on Bold. The AA game is Providence Academy in Albany at 2. And then tonight at 6 o'clock, Benilde St. Margaret's takes on Stewartville in the 3A game. And no surprise in 4A, the top 2 seeds, Hopkins and St. Michael Albertville, they'll duel it out for a chance to win the state tournament. So that's a look at what we got for you in the state championship games today. See if we can get a quick scoreboard update on that championship game in Class A. And, at halftime, Mount Iron Buell pulling away a 32-15 lead for them. And they were the, of course, state football champions this year as well in 9-man. So a pretty good class, I guess, of seniors or athletes over there at Mount Iron Buell. So that's what we got for you there with that. UMC baseball's games against Wayne State College today have been postponed to tomorrow. The women's tennis team is taking on Minnesota Duluth this afternoon, though, so they have that going on. The Minnesota Wild, they host the Boston Bruins, and, Chris Fee going to be at the game there. That's why we got me, Bo Melby, and Tom Lees on here at the Ralph today. So they get a chance to take on the best team in the NHL. We'll see if we can get a win there with that one. That is a 1 o'clock start coming up in about 10 minutes. The Timberwolves, they got a back-to-back. They're going to be in Toronto at 6 o'clock this evening. And then the Minnesota Golden Gophers, this will be the other thing we carry on KROX Radio this evening. They're going to be hosting the Michigan Wolverines in the Big Ten Hockey Championship in that conference tournament. So best of luck to the Gophers as they get one more opportunity before the NCAA tournament starts up and a chance to maybe make a run at a national championship this year. So, I guess we can't forget about the Twins either. They're taking on Pittsburgh preseason baseball. That's going on right now as well. That's a look at the draft scoreboard update. Also from last night in the AA championship in Section 8. Thief River Falls, it was a great year, but they come up short in the final. They lose to Dilworth Glendon Felton in overtime, 77-67. So the Rebels run away with it in extra time. And congratulations to them on securing the 8AA title. So it'll be Dilworth Glendon Felton heading to the state tournament. So that's a look at our scoreboard update. The two teams, for those watching on the stream, heading to the benches right now as they get ready for the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups in the opening tip coming your way. So we'll take our final break. This has been the Riverview Health pregame show. It's going to be a dandy of a game. It's going to be a lot of fun. The crowd is packed in. The atmosphere is electric, and we're looking forward to a good one right from the get-go between the Fosston Greyhounds and the Sacred Heart Eagles. So we'll be back after this with the Knapp Crooks and Welding Machine starting lineups, and then the opening tip here from the Ralph on this Saturday afternoon, and that'll be coming up next. This is Section 8A boys basketball in the championship game here on KROX and the KROX live stream.
Maralt's Home Furnishings in Fosston is your appliance, furniture, electronic, and flooring expert. They're proud to have served Fosston and the surrounding area for over 50 years. They're committed to offering you top-name brands like Whirlpool, FlexSteel, Spring Air, and Congolium for kitchen and laundry appliances, bedroom and living room furniture, flooring, and mattresses. Come in and experience personalized one-on-one service by their exceptional sales staff and meet new owners Mike and Michelle Kerfman. Create your perfect home at your one-stop shop where they sell the best Maralt's Home Furnishings in downtown Fosston. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in Fosston has a little bit of everything, and they provide great hometown service. You can have your prescriptions filled and delivered to your home or go through the drive-thru window for quick pickups. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts also has a very nice selection of gift items for any occasion, including a variety of home decor, toys, kitchen items, personal care products, and a nice assortment of apparel. Stop in and see all the great merchandise they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7:30, Saturday 8:30 to 3, and closed on Sundays. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in downtown Fosston. Stop by Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston and fill your vehicle up. They carry Marathon gasoline and diesel. Feeling a little hungry? Check out their specials and their deli. Monday and Friday, they offer daily soups. Tuesday and Thursday specials is tacos. On Wednesday, stop in at Lapeer Oil Company and enjoy a fantastic pizza buffet. Check Lapeer Oil Company's Facebook page to get updates on all their specials. Headed to the lake to go fishing? They carry a nice selection of bait as well. Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston would like to wish area teams best of luck.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back at the Ralph, and we are ready for the opening tip. So let's take a look at the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine storylines brought to you by Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. For all your automotive needs, stop by Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They have what you need. Make sure your battery will start the first time every time by buying a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs. The Fosston Greyhounds, they are the visitors today. That's the first time they've had to say that in a while, being the #1 seed in the East subsection, but they're 25-5 on the year. Coached by Ben Hemberger, they average 66 points per game, give up 48.5 per game. They'll be going right to left across your screen and radio dial. They've got the road white tops and shorts on here today. Let's take a look at their lineup. Like we said, 5 seniors. It's actually pretty remarkable that they play 7 of the 8 guys that they do play are seniors, and 5 of them start. And again, a little bit of some injury concerns, but overall, they are ready to go for this one. So let's take a look. As you'll see him on the screen get introduced right now, numerical order. Senior number 3, a guard, Aaron Norland, a guy that really handles the point well for this team. His brother, who's coming out next here, is senior number 4, Cullen Norland. So the Norlands going to be in the backcourt. Then you got Carson Bushy, the senior number 5, 8 threes in that quarterfinal win. Hurt the ankle in the semis, but looks good and healthy enough to go. You've got the senior number 10, Zach Tice. He also does a lot of ball handling, kind of a, stretch forward guard. And then, of course, the big guy, Darren Scala. He's not that big, but he plays big. He wears number 23. That's a look at the Greyhounds starting lineup here today. And then for the Sacred Heart Eagles, coached by Destry Sturkle, 26-4 on the year. 3 senior start, 1 junior, 1 sophomore. And here comes the guy that really runs the show. It's junior number 3, Josiah Sunby. He is a playmaker, a human highlight reel, if you want to call him that. I mean, it's remarkable what he can do. And then you got number 4, sophomore Parker Erickson. He could be an X factor today. You have got the 3 seniors then. Number 5, Breck Bloom. He's a guard, pretty good 3-point shooter. Got to keep an eye on him. You got a captain, number 10, senior Ethan Arnson. He was a starter a year ago from the team that made the state tournament. Certainly another great player. And then the big guy, senior number 23, the hero from their semifinal win, Landon Denny. That's a look at the Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. And the Eagles, they score a little bit more than Fosston at 71.7 a game, but they also give up 59 a game. So kind of evens out with these two teams. And Sacred Heart in the home black jerseys, black shorts, left to right across your screen and radio dial. Bo Melby is down floor level. And Bo, I know, you're not a huge basketball mind, but anything you're looking forward to in this one?
Don't tell me too short there, Wyatt. But no, I think it's really going to come down to if Fosston can keep their hot shooting going and if Sacred Heart can control the paint. I think those are the 2 big factors we're going to see in this game.
It's an electric atmosphere as the fans are on their feet. There's the opening tip. It's controlled by the Greyhounds, and the Section 8A Championships underway here on KROX and the KROX video stream. So Fosston gets the first crack at it. On the wing, this is Scala, guarded by Arnston. Man-to-man defense for Sacred Heart. Not a huge shock there. That's what they like to do. A little ball screen here for Norland. He goes to Tice, gets to the block. Good defense by Denny. Forced up a shot. It's no good. And Parker Erickson is there for the rebound. So good start defensively for Sacred Heart. Josiah Sunby up into the front court. Fosston will start man-to-man again. They may mix in a little bit of zone in this game like they did last time out. They're going to get Denny the touch inside. They know they have the size advantage. He kicks it back out. Now Erickson on the right wing. He'll reset. Here is Sunby, hit a couple of huge threes to lead that comeback. Sacred Heart, they trailed by 12 against Warren Albright. Also, second half action in the semifinals, but came all the way back. Arnston to the rim. They let him go, missed the shot short. Denny fighting for the rebound, goes off of his right hand out of bounds, and that will get it to the Greyhounds as their bench all point the other direction. Almost like a football celebration there. Kind of funny.
Yeah, it's a pretty electric situation on both benches as well. As you said, it is electric down here.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, you can feel it up here. I can only imagine what it's like court level. We're a minute in, no score. Here is Cullen Norland to Tice at the top of the key. He can shoot that, but maybe not their best three-point shooter. Carson Bushy has it now in the corner right in front of Coach Destry Sturkel. Tice going to try and go off the bounce, kicks it to Bushy. He'll attack again. Watch that ankle as he did injure it last time out. He gets another pass inside, though, from Tice and lays it in for two as Sacred Heart, they had pretty good defense initially, and then kind of just left Bushy, and he was able to lay it up and in for two. So Fosston strikes first. 2-0 is our score. 16:29 to go. Here's Sunby. Dribble handoff to Arnson. He gets to the wing. Comes over to Erickson. And now another dribble handoff. That's kind of what Sacred Heart likes to do, are these dribble handoffs. They've had a lot of success with them, well, not only this year, but last year on their run as well, when they had Tompkinson and Gap as well. Here's the sophomore Erickson, guarded tight by Colin Norland. Again, this Fosston defense just 48 points per game, and they're getting after it early. A couple of long possessions here for Sacred Heart. Sunby kicks to the corner. Bloom puts up the first three of the game, grazes the front rim, but that was well off the mark. And a rebound there for Bushy. So 0 for 1 to start. Again, they were 5 of 30 in that loss, or rather comeback win to the Ponies in the semis. Well, here's Tice again. Had that nice assist last time down. Colin Norland at the top. Boston's more than okay playing this game at a slow pace. That's what they want to do. Bushy's open for three. It was a good closeout, and that may have affected the shot as it hit the front of the rim. No good. And it will go back to Sacred Heart. And that's what the Eagles got to do there. They got to close out on these shooters, make it tough to really see anything at the rim. So Sunby will dribble it up the court. 15:35 to go. Opening half action of this Section 8A championship. Happy to have you along for the ride. A packed house here at the Ralph Englestad Arena. Here's the junior Sunby with the left over to Arnson. He ran into his own guy, Denny, but then got to that left block, and he traveled. Yeah, and I think that's a good call. He pump faked, and as he went up to shoot again, he drug that back pivot foot.
And then it was a great call, and that's something we've been talking about all tournament long. These officials have been doing a phenomenal job and just picking up on those little things, not letting them slide.
And it's the best of the best, of course, for this championship game, as it should be. Here's Tice over to Aaron Norland. Again, just a 2-0 game on our Carson Bushy layup. Here's Norland. His pass tipped out of bounds as Arnston had a good reaction there on the closeout to get a hand in the passing lane, knock it out of bounds. It will stay with Fosston. And again, they're going right to left, working into that Sacred Heart student section. And their cheerleaders, of course, Fosston, a good student section on hand as well. That's what's nice about the Saturday game. Even though they had to push it back, a lot more people here than probably would have been trying to battle the elements last night. Here is Aaron Norland on the left wing. Up top to his brother Colin. They swing it over to Bushy. He's 0 for 1 from downtown so far. He gives it up. Back to Colin Norland, just 2 points, but it was Bushy that had the layup. Tice with a shot fake. He attacks Denny, kicks it. Scala for three. Off the mark. It was just a little strong, but Colin Norland flies in for the rebound. His putback's too strong. And on the backside, here comes Josiah Sunby. He clears for Sacred Heart. Off the bounce. He gets a screen from Denny. Denny 6'5", by far the biggest guy on the court. Here's Erickson. And again, even Erickson and Arnson, they're pretty big wings. So Sacred Heart does have a big size advantage in this game. We'll see if they want to go inside. They have yet to score, though. Arnson, there's that high low to Denny. He's got it on the block, working on Tice. Goes right over that left shoulder in for two. And we're tied at 2 apiece. And that should be there all day if Sacred Heart wants to take it, as they're finally on the board. So now here is Aaron Norland at the top. All 5 starters for both teams still in. Tice penetrated around that curl, kicks it to Bushy for a spot up three. That's off the front of the rim, and Arnson gets the rebound. So maybe it's the big game, the atmosphere, but both teams a little cold from outside early in this one. Sunby off the bounce. Look at him dribble that ball into the corner. He goes right over inside to Denny, and again, they try to double on the dig, but he just backs down. Tyson lays it in for 2 more. They're going to have to double and dig down on that.
Yeah, and as we said before, that's going to be huge for Sacred Heart. They have the advantage. Use it.
Yeah, absolutely. As Fosston back the other way, Bushy's going to try from this side, in and out. So the shots that were falling for him in the last game or two have not early on in this one, and now Sacred Heart with the 2-point lead and a 4-0 run back the other way. Long range three for Erickson. That was off the mark, as that might have been NBA range. Fosston gets the rebound, and they'll slow the pace down once again. As we approach 13 minutes to go, it's a 4-2 Eagles lead. Here's Colin Norland to Aaron Norland. Gets a screen at the top. He'll go to the corner. Bushy has missed a couple already. He'll pass on that one. I will say the ankle does look pretty good, all things considered, though, so that's a good sign for Fosston, and they're going to throw this one away. Miscommunication with Scala and Bushy on the pick and roll. It's a Greyhounds turnover. Back the other way. Arnston the shot fake to the rim. A lot of contact. He's going to go to the line, or are they going to stay on the ground? They will say it's a shooting foul. The first foul of the game for either team, and Ethan Arnston will shoot 2.
Yeah, there's another no-look pass by Sunby. You see a lot of those. He is, as you said, a flashy player, and you don't see it a lot often in high school, a player who can do that, or who gets allowed to do that, but he succeeds a lot, and Destry Sturkle has so much confidence in him and knows that, I think you said it last time, if you want a player to make those big plays, they're going to have to make some mistakes.
No, absolutely. And, I mean, even Coach Sturkle will say this, too. I mean, you kind of take the good with the bad. There's not a lot of bad, don't get me wrong, but if you do have some of these no-look passes, that will happen. As Arnston makes both free throws, Sunby is just such a special player. And, well, sorry, people who are hoping he's gone in 2 years. He is, but he's got a younger brother who's pretty much plays the same way. So you're not going to be rid of the Sunbees for a while. Oh, what a move to the rim, but he missed the layup. Scala had a great move as they post-entered one into the elbow, and then he spun to his right, but missed the layup. So that was a missed opportunity there inside. This is a 6-0 Eagles run as Fosston finds themselves in, quite honestly, their biggest deficit in the last couple of games. I don't think they trailed against Fertile Beltrami at all. Sunby to the rim, had it stripped from behind, but they are going to get a reach-in foul here. That'll be the second foul on Fosston. By the way, that last one on the Greyhounds was called on Aaron Norland. This one across the arm on Sunby is going to be called here on Scala. That'll be his first, team's second. 12-10 to go. Oh, and they are going to give Sunby 2 free throws. So the junior heads to the line. First one is up and good. Makes it 7-2. A 7-0 Eagles run here to take a 5-point lead.
And I just want a quick note here, Wyatt. Bushy was out for a little bit there. He was back behind the bench walking like he was last game, so I think they are going to be pretty a little tentative with it.
I appreciate you pointing that out. I didn't even realize he had come off the court, but he is, and that means that they have subbed in Thatcher Palubicki in for him. It's interesting. Hudson Bushy, his younger brother, was the one that came in off the bench initially for him last time, but they're going to go Palubicki maybe for the size advantage that he has. They need as much size out there as they can get. 8-2. 4 straight free throw makes here for Sacred Heart as they look to extend the lead even more. But the Greyhounds, Scala's going to come back with a 3. That's off the mark. Good box out by Denny. He controls the rebound. And here's the deal. Fosston's going to have to make some of those shots if they want to win this game. They're going to have a tough time inside. They got to be able to knock down the outside shot. An 8-0 Eagles run as things have really turned in their favor. Here's Denny at the top of the key. Out to Parker Erickson. The sophomore over to Breck Bloom. He goes back to Erickson. And they're just kind of running a 4-out, 1-in offense right now. They'll do another dribble handoff. Arnson with Tice on him. Tice is definitely a little bit stronger than Arnson. Bloom 3 is good from the right wing. And it's 11-2. Timeout Fosston as they need to get things in order. It's a 30-second break. We're going to keep it right here. But an 11-0 Sacred Heart run capped off by a Breck Bloom 3. And what a start for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, the past couple of games, Fosston's just been coming out of the game so hot and shooting, not missing, but definitely some good looks. You got to give them credit there. They're having good shots, but they're just not falling. And that's kind of what Sacred Heart was dealing with last time. So now Fosston's doing that. We'll see if this timeout can calm things down for them. And as you said, they like to play slow as well, so that does go to their advantage. They can kind of take a deep breath and try to get something going. But Sacred Heart, what a run.
Well, Coach Hemberger was a little worried about this. They shot almost 80% in the semifinals. There's only one way to go, and that's down from there. And their scoring drought right now over 5 minutes long after scoring the first 2 points of the game as Carson Bushy was able to get the initial layup. But they got to dig down here. This is danger zone early on. Isaac Sunby is subbed in for the Eagles. Here's a pull-up jumper off the timeout for Cullen Norland. No good, in and out. Another good look, just didn't get it to go. Denny, yet another rebound. Up ahead. Here is Sunby. He'll pass one up top here. With it is Erickson. Goes over to Josiah Sunby. Both Sunbys on the court. I'm telling you, they are like twins out there. The way they play. And Denny's just backing his man down again. Spins over the left and lays it in for 2 more. Landon Denny's got an early 6, and it's now 13-2. That's just bully ball right there. I'm bigger than you are. I'm going to back you down. And Landon Denny, the senior, taken over early on the baseline. They need a response. Palubicki goes to Aaron Norland. He's cut off, threw it away, but Hudson Bushy was there luckily to save the possession here for Fosston. Into the lane. Tice spins. His pass is tipped, and it's stolen away. Josiah Sunby up ahead, looking to push with the dribble. He'll cross over. Thought about the jumper, kicked it out. Arnson with the shot fake. He'll slam on the brakes. Pull up Jay short. Was a little flat-footed when he let that one fly, and that was a big stop there for the Greyhounds. They needed that. So they need a score. Now the scoring drought is approaching 7 minutes long. for Fosston here as they trail 13-2. The number 1 seed in the East subsection, 25-5 on the year, has picked a bad time to go cold. Multiple subs for both teams going to come in at the next whistle. Colin Norland off the bounce, kicks it. Hudson Bushy, the junior, attacks in. His floater is swatted out of there. They're going to call a foul. Boy, I don't know. Look clean from up here, but Bushy will head to the line and shoot 2. Erickson, he didn't really agree with the call either. It'll be his first team's first.
Well, yeah, and I'm on the opposite side of the court there, so I couldn't see it as cleanly either. But either way, that's the break Fosston needed right now, hopefully to get things going their way.
And that's the way it's been going, though, as Bushy misses the first free throw. As a couple of subs in, Carline is in for the Greyhounds. Carson Bushy back in as well. Parker Erickson, Landon Denny get a break. So when Erickson and Denny come out, again, they're two of the bigger guys Sacred Heart has. Now, granted, Downs is in, and he's 6'5" as well, but he's maybe not as gifted offensively as Denny is. This is where Fosston needs to try and make a run. 1 for 2 trip, as the second free throw is up and in for Hudson Bushy. See if that calms him down, puts an end to a 13-0 run there. Now off the bounce, Sacred Heart setting up in the half court. Josiah Sunby from his brother Isaac. Left-handed dribble. Oh, they almost threw it out of bounds. With it here is Mike Gapp, and they're going to call a carry or double dribble. Double dribble.
Yeah, he picked it up for just too long of a second there, and again, a good close call there. They're watching these guys very closely, and I wouldn't think there's, besides that shooting foul there, I don't think there's been anything that's even close to a gray area so far.
They've let them play just 3 total fouls in this game, but like you said, they're watching those kinds of things closely. Off the spin, diving to the rim, Aaron Norland is fouled in the air, and he'll go to the free throw line. So the Greyhounds showing a little bit of fearlessness now after getting in this hole, starting to attack the rim. 2 more free throws on the way here for Aaron Norland. The foul called there on Downs, his first, team second. Greg Downs, the sophomore. Going to get some time here for Landon Denny. In and out for Aaron Norland, and so they're now just 1 of 3 at the line, and they're not doing themselves any favors. We're halfway through this opening half, the Section 8A Boys Championship game here on KROX and the KROX video stream. It's a 13-4 game as Norland hits the second free throw. Sacred Heart in front. It was a 13-0 run to build up the lead. Now back come the Eagles. They're coming on 2 minutes since their last points. Arnson into the lane to Gap. He swings one over to Isaac Sunby. Look at the pass fake. Bounces one to Arnson. Off the dribble into the lane. Stops, kicks it out. Sunby wanted to pull the 3. He thought, maybe, but he'll wait. Thought better of that. Now over onto the wing. Well, and when you get a lead like this, because Fosston likes to play slow, Sacred Heart's not going to mind playing slower as well. Oh, look at the crossover, the dump off to Downs. He'll lay it in for 2. What a play by this senior Ethan Arnson to find his teammate underneath, and Sacred Heart's back up by 11. So Arnson the assists, and Greg Downs first bench points for Sacred Heart in the game, 15-4. Now here's Colin Norland inside. Carline trying to challenge the big man. Kicks it out. Aaron Norland, they need this triple, and it's down. Huge shot for Aaron Norland, and that's the first made 3 of the half for the Greyhounds. Aaron Norland with 4 now. He's got the last 4 points, by the way, for the Greyhounds. Here's Josiah Sunby on the wing. 7:45 to play in the opening half. They'll dribble it back out near the top of the key. I'm surprised the Greyhounds have stayed in this man-to-man. They're not looking to switch it up. They just got to try and make sure Sacred Heart's not getting into the lane so easy. They're dominating points in the paint right now. Look at the no-look one-handed find into the corner by Sunby. Didn't lead to a shot as the closeout was there by Colin Norland. Well, that's what this guy does. Behind the back passes, no-look passes. You just never know what he's going to do.
It caught me by surprise. It was coming right at me. I will say that much. He's that deceptive with those passes.
Here's Arnson. He'll get by 1 defender. Got by the second, but was swatted going to the rim. But did we get a foul from behind the play? It looks like we did. So Arnson will head to the line and shoot 2, as they say. Colin Norland swiped down from behind, his first, team's 3rd.
You know, that's something that Sacred Heart can really take advantage of as well. Obviously, they're attacking the rim, but they're getting with aggressiveness where they're going to have to draw some fouls, and that's obviously going to cause some issues for Fosston later on. So unless Fosston gets going from the perimeter, I think they'll be in the they'll be losing the foul game, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
They're going to have to, as we've already mentioned, hit some outside shots, but they can't go away from attacking the rim. Arnson splits the pair, so he's 3 of 4 at the line. That's how he's got all of his points. The Eagles as a team now 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Let's see where the Greyhounds turn offensively. They're so balanced. They have 5 guys that average double figures from 10 to 13 points a game. So anybody can do it, but sometimes that almost backfires because there's not that one guy you look to score in this spot. So somebody's going to have to try and take over. Scala, a little bit of a push-off, and they called it. He lowered the shoulder. He knew it as he starts to jog back the other way, trying to create separation. It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, the arm got extended a little too much there, and it was a good thought to, again, be aggressive and drive the paint, as you said. I mean, just a little too much extension. It's a pretty easy call, and again, these refs are on top of it.
And they are going to take him out with the 2 fouls. That's bad news for the Greyhounds. A guy that had over 20 points in their semifinal win is sitting with 0 points and 2 fouls with 6:50 to go in the half. Aaron Norland back in. Should mention as well, Landon Denny, Parker Erickson, and Breck Bloom all came back in for the Eagles at that last whistle as well. Into Denny. He's just going to back down Tice again over that left shoulder. Missed it this time, and Tice gets the rebound. Well, not a bad look, though. I think both teams just have to live with that. And then for Fosston, good job of clearing out for the rebound. Colin Norland. Here's the little bit of a size advantage on Isaac Sunby. He couldn't take advantage of it. Aaron Norland on the left wing. Sacred Hearts fans getting loud. That student section clapping and chanting defense. Up top to Tice. Thought about the 3. Taking Denny off the bounce. Had it poked away. He'll spin on him again on the block. Go through the contact. Missed the shot, and Denny has the rebound. Well, I admire the fearlessness there of Tice to go at Denny, but at some point you got to decide to kick that one back out. Denny had perfect defense there to stay on the ground and not get a foul. Here's Parker Erickson now, a 16-7 Sacred Heart lead under 6 minutes to go in the half, a low-scoring affair. A little up and under for Erickson, in and out and in off the glass for the sophomore. His first points of the game. All 5 starters have now scored for Sacred Heart, and they lead at 18-7.
And that's the thing, they're not missing these low mid-range shots or these shots make the basket. It's very lucky for them that they're also not having to worry about the rebounding. Obviously, they have the size advantage that could work out for them, but Fosston just having fits trying to defend them.
Look at this little jumper for Norland between the legs dribble. He gets it to go. He's by far been their offensive go-to guy, having the best game for the Greyhounds. He's got 6. They needed that. Back to single digits, trailing now 18-9. So let's see how Sacred Heart does here in the half court. Over to Isaac Sunby on the wing. Inside, they got Mouse in the house there with Arnson. He'll lay it up and in for 2. And it's back to an 11-point lead. Ethan Arnson just using that size advantage. And again, Denny's big, but these wings, they're going to have post-up opportunities like that, and that's exactly what Arnson had there. Well, Aaron Norland's been the guy. Here goes Carson Bushy. That's a tough 3, but it's good. Bloom was there on the closeout, but Bushy, the quick trigger, and that's the second 3 now of the half for Fosston.
And that's what they need right now. I mean, obviously, with Bushy coming back in, and we don't know how long he's going to stay with that ankle, if they're going to let him rest him a little bit more. He needs to make his shots. He can definitely hit those, and he's got to be on for Fosston.
Yeah, no question. That was his first point since he had the initial layup to open the scoring today. Out to Isaac Sunby. Shot fake for the freshman. He kicks it to Erickson. Well, sometimes you wonder if the 1 o'clock start maybe affects things too. Teams not used to playing so early in the day, especially when you were supposed to play the night before. Here's Arnson again trying to go off the bounce. Right-handed dribble out to Isaac Sunby. His brother Josiah ready to sub in on the next whistle. Good defense by Hudson Bushy. Erickson off the bounce. He got stopped. Into Denny on the dish. Back out. Erickson spot up 3. Off the front of the rim, and they get the roll. That's the half they're having. Erickson knocks down the triple. He's got 5 now, and it's 23-12. Back the other way, though. Can't even look down for a second as Fosston looking to push. Hudson Bushy, not afraid to let it fly, but it was short. Landon Denny the rebound, and Sacred Heart can extend the lead even more, leading 23-12. Well, it's been the opposite for these two teams from their semifinal game. Sacred Heart couldn't buy a shot, and Fosston couldn't miss. It's been the other way around here in this first half as we approach the final 3 minutes. Oh, that was a dangerous pass over the head of Aaron Norland. It's still loose. Colin Norland dives on the ground up to Tice, and then a reach-in foul here on the Eagles. A great defensive play. Maybe that's the spark that Fosston needs to finish this half strong.
Yeah, I think that was the first defensive turnover there that Fosston's forced,
I
right?
believe you are correct, yes.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If Sacred Heart really has been doing whatever they want on the offensive side of the court, and so it is good to see Fosston just get a little life there. As you said, I think this could really spark things up with just over 3 minutes left to make this a little closer going into the half.
Tice will inbound near sideline. He's got Palubicki and Cullen Norland on the Prowler logo into Norland, and he dribbles into the front court. So that foul, by the way, on Denny, his first. If they could get him in foul trouble, that would be great. A pick and roll here, but the pass to Palubicki off his fingertips, out of bounds. It was there. They had him beat, but the execution not up to par.
Yeah, and as you said, that could have been a good momentum swing for them if they would have capitalized on that turnover, but throwing it away, an unforced error, just as you said, it's just the half they're having.
I say it every game, it's the cliche, but the last couple of minutes of this half are going to be big. Out to Bloom for three, a little strong as he still can't quite get the shot to go. And how about Aaron Norland flying in for the rebound? They got numbers back the other way. Look at the jump stop in the lane for Tice. Too strong on the shot, though. And then Mike Gapp gets the rebound. Well, Tice has got to be kicking himself. He's had a couple of looks point blank. Oh, what a lob up ahead, and Erickson soars to the rim and lays it into two. I don't know if I'm more impressed with the pass or the finish by Erickson.
Both. That was just phenomenal. That was a pass from just cross half court and have the body control in midair to catch it and lightly kiss it off the glass. That was just amazing.
I thought the pass was too far initially, but Erickson, the reaction time to be able to catch that and go up, absolutely incredible. Here's Carson Bushy off to Aaron Norland. Erickson has the game's last 5 points to get this back to a 13-point game. That's the largest lead so far for the Eagles. Carson Bushy on the wing, 2 minutes to go. He'll look to attack off the bounce. Nice little rub scheme for Colin Norland, and then a corner three for Aaron Norland. No good. Finally, an offensive rebound. Tice shot fakes. Denny falls down. He missed another one inside. 2-on-1 as Sunby's looking to push. He's on the right. Bounces one in. It got poked away, but then came back to Bloom. Sunby to Erickson. Back to Sunby. Top of the key. He'll jab step, and he'll set up in the half court. Another close miss for Tice. This has just not been him or Scala's half so far. Out to Erickson. He'll let the three fly. That's off the mark. If it would have been a clean pass and catch, I think he would have had a better chance to put it in. We then get a foul here on the rebound against Sacred Heart, so we head the other way with 1:28 to go. Now, coming up on our halftime show, we'll go over our first half scoring, take a look at our draft scoreboard update, and get you ready for second half action. That'll be coming up on our halftime show here on KROX. 25-12, Sacred Heart in front. A 13-0 first half run has been the story, and they've been able to stay in front ever since. That foul, by the way, the fourth team foul on the Eagles, the first on Mike Gapp. Each team a couple fouls to give still in this first half. And that's a bad pass there by Aaron Norland trying to get it to Tyson. Wow, Coach Hemberger just chucked his water bottle into the hallway. Kind of looked like Penny Hardaway last night for Memphis, if anybody watched that game. He is very displeased right now at how this half has gone. We're under a minute to go. Arnston into the lane, kicks it back out to Erickson, and he'll reset. No shot clock. That'll be implemented, I believe, next year, but they could settle for the last shot if they want. That's the advantage, I guess, of not having one if you're Sacred Heart. And they are being methodical right now, 40 seconds. They also could take a timeout. Coach Sturkle's inching up to half court. Like he might want to call one. Here's somebody, though. He's going to let his junior move in. Here's Denny. Denny going to try and back down. He's going to spin over the left. Oh, wow, an offensive foul. I thought he maybe traveled first, but they're going to say he lowered the shoulder. And, there's that second foul now on the big man.
Yeah, that's huge right there for Fosston's sake, as you said. Yeah, he got his again, kind of almost chicken winged out a little bit with his elbow just to generate a little space, a little push, and they called it right away. So, again, they are making sure that these players are going to stay true to the game there and see if Fosston can take advantage of this.
Now, this will be the last possession, I would assume, of the half, unless they go quick. 18 seconds to play. Norland on the wing, up to Carson Bushy. Shot fake. He steps in for a 2. No, he kicks it out. 12 seconds. Here's Tice on the wing. It's down to 10 seconds. He's going to try and do it himself. The shimmy, the shake, the pass off to Aaron Norland for the pull-up jumper. Too strong off the back of the rim. 2 seconds with the offensive rebound. Tice for 3. He airballs it, and that will end our opening 18 minutes of play. What in opening half here from Ralph Englestad Arena, and it's the Sacred Heart Eagles in front 25-12 so far. like I said, we will take a break, and then when we do come back on our halftime show, we'll take a look at our first half scoring, get you caught up on a draft scoreboard update, and get you ready for the second half of play. You are listening and watching to the Section 8A Boys Basketball Championship here on KROX and the KROX live stream, and we'll be back with the halftime report right after this.
It's always growing season here at United Valley Bank. We're focused on growth for our customers and communities, success for farms and businesses, and improvement for ourselves. Partner with us, and you'll see firsthand just how much the right hometown banking team can change your perspective. Together, there's no limit to the heights we can reach.
United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
With the fall season right around the corner, Grove Mechanical in Crookston is ready to prepare you for winter. They suggest having your heating system serviced regularly to keep things running smoothly. A skilled technician will clean and service your heating equipment to ensure safe and efficient operation. It's never too early to get ready for the upcoming winter season. Before the cold sets in, call Grove Mechanical today, your hometown heating and cooling professionals. Give them a call, 218-281-3863, or visit their website, grovemech.com. Fix it, do it, remodel it, and improve it with the help of Crookston Hardware Hank. They have everything you need from electrical to plumbing supplies, paint, stain, and paint supplies, power and hand tools, housewares, and things to fix up and clean up. Crookston Hardware Hank carries seasonal items, shovels, rakes, grills, bird feeders, bird seed, pet food, and much more. For home projects, repairs, and more, shop Crookston Hardware Hank, University Avenue in Crookston.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
Happy Joe's in Crookston has some grand news. Our buffet is back. Come grab all your favorites, including our pizza, pasta, and breadsticks, plus more. Buffet is open 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Happy Joe's, good times to be together.
Well, we are back here in the halftime report on KROX and the KROX video stream. Let's take a look at our first half scoring. It's Sacred Heart in front of Fosston 25-12. The Greyhounds scored the first 2 points of the game, and then a 13-0 Eagles run gave them an 11-point lead, and they held it the rest of the half. 13 was their largest lead. That's what it is here at the break. The closest this game got after that run was 8 points at 20-12, and then the Eagles did score the last 5 points, all from Parker Erickson to end the half. Leading the charge for Sacred Heart, it's been a very balanced effort. Landon Denny had 6 early points inside. We mentioned the size advantage. They definitely attacked it early underneath, but he was not their leading scorer. Parker Erickson was the leading scorer with 7 points. Denny next with 6. Senior Ethan Arnson had 5, 3 from Breck Bloom, and then 2 points apiece from Josiah Sunby and sophomore Greg Downs, equaling their 25. For Fosston, just 3 guys scoring. That is so unusual for a team that has 5 players average double figures, but 6 for Aaron Norland, the senior. He hit one of the 2 threes in the half. The other 3 was Carson Bushy, the senior. He's got 5 points, and then 1 lone free throw off the bench from Hudson Bushy. That's their 12 points, and that's a look at your scoring totals here in our opening half of play. Let's take a look at our draft scoreboard update now as we get you ready for the second half. Again, we've got the girls' state tournaments going on down in the Twin Cities today. We do have some of the consolation results that have already started to come through. Badger Greenbush Miller River, for the people interested in them, they take 6th place. They lost the consolation championship today to to Underwood 47-32. In Class A, though, in the championship, Mount Iron Buell are your state champions. They beat Bold 52-21. The AA championship between Providence Academy and Albany is coming up at 2. 3A's at 6 between Benilde St. Margaret's and Stewartville, and then Hopkins St. Michael Albertville. They'll play at 8 o'clock this evening, center stage at Williams Arena. A couple of Minnesota sports teams in action today. The Twins preseason baseball as they take on Pittsburgh. That game started at noon, and quick update on that one. Your score so far from sunny Florida, 3-1, Pittsburgh in front after 5. The Minnesota Wild taking on the NHL's best, the Bruins, and how about that, a 2-0 Minnesota lead. So who needs Kirill Kaprizov, I guess? I mean, we'll take him back, don't get me wrong, but all I'm saying is the other guys have stepped up since he's gone out, and that's what you love to see, so good for them. We will take another break. That's a look at your scoreboard update, and again, we'll go through some of the other scores in the post-game show, but we got to get another break. When we come back, we will have the second half between the Eagles and the Greyhounds here on KROX and the KROX video stream. You're listening and watching the Section 8A Boys Championship here on this Saturday afternoon.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
At Crookston High School, we really have a lot going on.
There isn't that much going on.
Oh yeah? We have
softball,
baseball,
track and field, soccer, swimming, tennis,
golf,
volleyball,
trap shooting,
hockey, basketball,
wrestling. So we have a lot of sports.
and there is
orchestra,
Band,
choir,
visual arts,
speech, theater,
Leo Club.
And Crookston is one of the highest academic schools in the region.
Really?
Yeah, really, especially in math and science.
I guess we do have a lot of going on.
Yeah, and that's why Crookston High School is
my education destination.
Welcome to Andy Oman State Farm. We're located on 423 North Broadway, next to Holiday in Crookston, Minnesota. Third generation agent with State Farm. We've got a team here with over 75 years of experience. 6 of us fully licensed, here to serve you. We know insurance is about a promise, and we're here from the beginning to throughout the whole process to deliver on that promise.
Nobody likes to wait on hold, and neither do we. Give our office a call where a cheerful voice is ready to help you right away. Call 218-281-3643.
The Crookston Eye Clinic is your hometown eye clinic. Whether you have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, or perfect vision, it is important to have your eyes evaluated to keep them healthy. The Crookston Eye Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays they open at 9:15 a.m. They also have a second location in Fosston to offer you even more appointment options. If you've been wanting to try contact lenses or looking for a new pair of glasses, the doctors at Crookston Eye Clinic are available to see you. Doctors Forget Smith and Jananetta are all accepting new patients. Call 218-281-2020 for the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinic, the best care in sight.
Ever wonder what your city government does for you? They provide police and fire protection, emergency and disaster preparation, building code and zoning enforcement, street repair, cleaning and snow plowing, curbside garbage and recycling collection, plus spring and fall cleanup weeks. They deliver safe drinking water and maintain a wastewater system. They care for 22 parks and provide year-round recreation activities. They give loans for economic development and housing. They do all this and much more with the help of your city employees.
Well, radio and now on the live stream as we join up here on KROX and the KROX video stream. About a minute here until we start our second half of play. It is Sacred Heart in front of the Fosston Greyhounds by a score of 25-12 at the halftime break. And there's really, it was nothing fancy or anything like that. Sacred Heart just used their size, hit a couple outside shots, got a 13-0 run, kind of blitzed them right away, and were able to build up this big lead. We'll see if the Greyhounds have a comeback in them. Again, they pride themselves on defense, so you got to think they're going to bear down here and make this a game in the second half. The Eagles will go right to left across your screen and radio dial here, those black uniforms in this final 18 minutes. The Greyhounds left to right in the road whites. And, well, the biggest storyline for Fosston from an offensive standpoint, no scoring from senior Zach Tice and Darren Scala. They combined for over 40 points in their semifinal win over Fertile Beltrami. They have not even sniffed scoring here in this one so far. The Eagles will get the first crack at it here as we get ready to rock and roll. Parker Erickson to inbound. All 5 starters in for both teams from the opening half. And here we go. 18 minutes to crown a Section 8A championship here on this Saturday afternoon. Erickson into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Josiah Sunby. Will Sacred Heart get a little bit more conservative and use the clock a little bit here in this half? Coach Destry Sturkel even said in his post-game interview against Warren Alvarado Oslo, I love a shot clock. I'm a proponent of it, but we kind of abused it against Warren there, especially late. They turn one over to start here as Aaron Norland jumps in front of a pass, so a rare mistake there by Sacred Heart. That's what you needed if you're the Greyhounds. Good start to this half. Can they score? Look at the lob on the backside, on the back cut, and Carson Bushy lays it in for 2.
Yeah, they saw what Sacred Heart brought in the first half. They said, well, hey, I mean, if that's what we're playing, we can do that too.
Yeah, that was an excellent screen and a beautiful pass. I mean, Sunbee's full court pass might have been a little bit better, but that was a good one nonetheless, too, as Bushy lays it in for 2. Back to an 11-point game. Arnston off the bounce. He almost threw it away. Good find at the last second. Sunbee for 3. It's good. Hand down, man down from the left wing. Josiah Sunbee, not really known for his scoring at times, cashes in a triple there, though, and quickly takes the momentum back. So each team scoring early. That was not the case in the first half as, Bushy just re-hurt his ankle as they're going to call it travel. And, yeah, he's going to have to come out of the game. Hudson Bushy will go in. And it was that right. I don't know if it's his right or left ankle. He's had issues with both, but you could tell right away he came up gimpy after he got his feet tangled there.
Yeah, I think it was his right, and he's going to be walking in front of the bench, probably a little bit behind the bench as well, just to keep that loose. But again, Fosston was hoping that he'd be able to get through the game, but it's going to be tough if he keeps on re-injuring it.
He just definitely is not 100%. Here's the kick for a Bloom corner 3 off the front of the rim. No good. That would have brought the house down if that one would have dropped. Another quick possession, though, for Sacred Heart. If you're Fosston, you got to live with that. You want to get as many chances as you can. Tice into the lane, kicks it back out. Here's Scala off the bounce. Sunbee came over to try to take the charge. He didn't get it, but it did affect the play as he got knocked away from Scala, and it's an empty trip for the Greyhounds. Here's Josiah Sunbee now, between the legs dribble. He was almost too quick for himself that time. Off to Erickson in the corner. Back to Sunbee. He'll go to the right. Colin Norland more than happy to take this challenge on defensively. Here's Erickson on the left wing. Into Arnson. They want the high-low. Nobody's guarding him. He goes to the rim, lays it up too strong. Denny gets an offensive rebound. Out to Erickson. Dribble into a one-legged floater from the baseline, and it's good for Parker Erickson. So 5 straight for the Eagles, their largest lead at 30-14.
Well, you control the offensive glass, you're going to have success.
Oh, they needed that. Tice comes back and answers with a 3, his first points of the afternoon.
Well, better late than never for Tice there. That's huge. If you get him going, Fosston's, they're not out of it yet.
Well, and he's just one of the guys that needs to get going. If you can get Scala going as well, you're going to be all the better for it. Here's that high-low again as Denny's camping out in the paint. He gets it stripped away, keeps it alive on that block, kicks it back out. You got to be careful. He might get called for 3 seconds if he's in there too long. He's been camping out in that paint. They have not called him for it yet. One-handed pass by Sunbee to Arnson. Off the bounce to the left. Knocked away. Tice was just too strong. 2-on-1 back the other way. He's got Norland with him. He'll go up to the rim himself. Missed the layup. He went with the right on the left side, which I'm okay with. You just got to finish it. He did not. Now Sunbee spins in the lane. Kicks it to Bloom for a spot-up 3. That was short. Yeah, that was short from the start. We had a good view of it here. It's no good. Up ahead, they're leaking out, and it's going to be a layup for Hudson Bushy back the other way. 5 straight for the Greyhounds, and here comes Fosston trailing by 11.
Last thing, the Eagles slow to get back on D right there, and Fosston, 2 quick passes, an easy layup. That's what they need to continue on as they are down by 11.
Well, it was such a slow pace in the first half. I'm surprised Sacred Heart's playing as quick as they are to start this half. Erickson's going to try a 3, and that was ugly too, but Arnson gets the rebound, and a foul here on Scala will get us a pause with 14-14 to go in the game.
Well, he went, as Chris mentioned in the semifinal games, he kind of tomahawked, went right down.
Yep.
And, yeah, you're going to call that just about 90% of the time. So, easy call for the refs, and Sacred Heart maintains possession.
Well, and again, I mean, Sacred Heart, they're getting decent looks, but really quick shots down the court, and these threes have not even been that close, quite frankly. Into Denny, he'll put one up, he misses, and Fosston cannot corral the rebound, so it'll stay here with Sacred Heart. They'll get yet another chance at it. And the Greyhounds, again, that size starting to become an issue as they're having trouble rebounding on this trip down the court. Mike Gap into the game. They'll lob it into him. Nope, they'll go to Sumby. Josiah Sumby with Aaron Norland on him. Well, and remember, Landon Denny has the 2 fouls. If you're Fosston, you got to try and get him to pick up a third. If you could get him out of the game, that would help. Off the bounce, they kick it to Sumby. And that was a case there. If it was a clean pass, he could have went up with the 3, but it was not. The junior, he's going to try to expose his man one-on-one maybe. Denny's trying to post up as well. Off the bounce, got a screen. No-look pass to Gap for a corner 3. Splash for Mike Gap. And it's 33-19. The 5-0 run is put to an end. Oh, what a pass by Josiah Sundby. Back the other way. Tice to the rim. It was clean up top, but Arnson got him with the body. And free throws coming for the Greyhounds. 13:34 to go. Well, and how about Mike Gap? I mean, coming off the bench, first points of the game for him. But when you got your role players knocking down threes, you're going to have a chance of going very far in not only this tournament, but the state tournament as well if they can get there.
Oh, yeah, and obviously very comfortable in that corner there. I mean, he just spot up, and it was not even, just a swish, a perfect shot. And again, that's what Sacred Heart can do. They can really move that ball around quickly, especially thanks to Sundby and his hard passes that can skip passes, as you will.
Well, Tice knocks down both free throws. They needed that. Yeah, Gap camps out in that corner. That's kind of like me. When I play pickup, I like to just sit there and shoot. I don't mind that at all. So that's kind of what that was. 33-21. That was 2 big free throws there for Fosston. Here's the defense, 5-second call. And Colin Norland, he put his hands in the air thinking they got him for a foul initially. No, that's good defense. 5-second call. If you don't create enough space, they're going to get that, and that's the first time we've seen it called today.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen it called the games I've been covering here. I mean, that's just doesn't happen too often. But, yeah, as you said, great defense, and that's huge for Fosston. They got to keep that up.
Here is Colin Norland. So, again, this is a 7-3 run right now for the Greyhounds. And Bushy thought about the threes. He's back in there with the bum ankle. He'll let that one fly. It's a little short. And a rebound for Sacred Heart. Again, you just don't know how healthy he really is, and that affects their offense and what they're trying to do. Whoa, a rare turnover for Josiah Sundby as him and Arnson weren't on the save page. Arnson went to back cut, and Sundby threw it right into the Eagles bench.
Yeah, Sacred Heart, this is probably the first time you've seen them show any kind of issues or weaknesses. They're getting a little flustered, if you will, and give credit to Fosston. They're not giving up, and so if they now if they can put the basket in, or the ball in the basket on the offensive side, get some points, that'll definitely obviously make this a little more closer game.
Both Sumbies out there is Isaac Sumby. They call him Ike. He has come into the game. He's guarding Aaron Norland here on the wing. There's the screen. Off here to Carson Bushy. He's got that entire ankle and calf taped. This is a 3 for Tice. It's good. And the Greyhounds are making it a game. It's back to single digits for the first time in the half with 12:33 to go.
Well, that's the thing. Those shots were not falling for Fosston in the first half, so now they're getting a little life here. They're getting some momentum. Sacred Heart, as I said, they got to get something going. Otherwise, it's going to be a very close game here soon.
Denny might have got away with the walk. They double on him on the dig, and this is going to be a jump ball. The arrow points to Fosston. It'll be Greyhounds basketball. I was just about to say, Bo, before that 3 went in, I think Fosston's going to make a run at this thing, and here they come.
I mean, you got some lottery numbers for me too, then?
No, well, I mean, this is a little bit different than the lottery, but
that's fair. That's fair. No, just again, they're just congesting everything for.
Oh, and what a steal for Sundby. Isaac Sundby to the rim, lays it in for 2. The freshman takes all the momentum back, but here comes Fosston trying to push. Boy, that's a costly mistake there for the Greyhounds. They had all the momentum, and Isaac Sundby comes off the bench and uses his speed to get the steal in the coast-to-coast layup. Back to double digits now, under 12 minutes to go. Tice has 8 points in this half. That pass was knocked away. Here's Carson Bushy. Off the bounce to the right. Erickson let him go. He'll rise up for a jumper. He missed it. And again, he was kind of a little slow getting up again. Isaac Sundby had the defense. Here comes Josiah Sundby. And I'm not sure how that wasn't a jump or a travel or something. It comes over to Erickson in the corner, though. And we play on. And it's really picked up, which does happen oftentimes in the second half of games. And now a steal here as Erickson didn't come and get it. Colin Norland to the rim. He'll lay it in for 2. If I'm Sacred Heart, I'm considering taking a timeout. You just got to get things established, calm down a little bit.
I was just going to say, slow it down. Yeah, right now you're playing a little wild, a little loose, and a little too loose.
So for Colin Norland, his first points of the game, 4 of the 5 starters for the Greyhounds have now scored. Scala has not. 35-26, each team getting a layup off of a steal. Now a little floater in the lane for Erickson, and he responds, well, what do I know? He lets him play on, and Erickson answers back with a layup. Big shot for the sophomore. He's got 11. I did say he was going to be an X factor. He has been so far. Tice misses the layup inside. Ball comes to Josiah Sunby up ahead of the pack. He'll stop in the front court, go over to Isaac Sunby, into the corner to Arnson. The senior's been quiet in this half. He gets doubled on the block, kicks it back out. Sunby off a screen. Arnson for a corner three. It's good, and the Eagles have blown it back open once again as they're in front 40-26. They have the last 5 here in this one. Now back come the Greyhounds. Kick out to Tice. Arnson's first points of the half. Into the corner with it. Now back up top. They move it over to Tice. That would have been a long 3. He passed on it. Nice curl cut there for Norling. He gave it off to Carline. He'll put up a shot. He got it to go. Big move there by the big fella underneath. And the senior off the bench providing some scoring for the Greyhounds. They needed it. 10 minutes to go here in this one. It's a 12-point Eagles lead trying to go back-to-back. Josiah Sunby gets a screen. Pick and roll to Denny. He wasn't really ready to roll. He's just going to try and back down, go over that left shoulder. That's a tough shot, and Bushy gets the rebound. That's the shots you want to force him to take if you're Fosston. They kept him away from the restricted arc underneath the hoop, and it made it a little bit tougher for him. So now the Greyhounds, they got to score. They got to stop. Can they score again? Here's Tice on the pass from Bushy. Moves it over to Norland. He'll move on the dribble. Lost it over to Bushy in the corner. Each team's got some subs ready to come in on our next whistle, which seems like forever ago. Now on the wing, Bushy goes over to Tice. He moves it to Aaron Norland. Up top to Colin Norland. Norland, he's got the advantage on Sunby. He's going to drive it off with the right. Got the foul. Missed the shot a little strong, but Colin Norland saw the size advantage. He'll head to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do if you're Fosston. Any bit of size advantage you can get, because in the grand scheme of things, Sacred Heart obviously has that size advantage, but if you get a matchup that works out for your advantage, you have to drive, you have to take advantage.
And now they got to make free throws as well, as Norland's free throw is short. They are just 4 of 7 now at the line in this game. And Erickson coming out, Denny coming out, and again, this is where I said in the first half, with those 2 guys out specifically, I think Fosston's best chance to make a run at this thing is going to be right now in the next couple of minutes. So another chance to get a free throw here for Colin Norland with 9:14 to go. And he does, so he splits the pair at least. And now Sacred Heart, who, well, they've been a little over a minute now since their last points. They come up into the front court. Josiah Sunby, who has not come out in this half, I don't think we'll see him leave the floor the rest of the game until this one would be in hand. Little down action there for Downs. Instead, they go to Arnston for a top-of-the-key 3, a little short. It was a good closeout, though. They got in his space and made it tough for him. So Arnston's off the mark. And now Fosston trailing by 11, an opportunity to cut into it a little bit more. Each possession crucial down the stretch in this one. On the wing, they'll fire a pass in. Here is Colin Norland. Again, mouse in the house with that size advantage. He just goes up and over Sunby for 2. So how about that? I mean, we've talked about Sacred Heart's size advantage, but Fosston kind of abusing these guards a little bit themselves. So just like that, this is a 5-0 Fosston run. It's back to single digits. It's been here a couple times now in the half. Now off the bounce and almost a walk for Bloom. He'll go back up top to Sunby with it, and he'll reset. They are in no hurry as they set up in the front court. Now here is Isaac Sunby. He'll go to Breck Bloom for 3. He's been quiet today, and that's off the mark. Now the lead's starting to dwindle a little bit. As now here off the dribble, Norland kicks it to Tice. This would be a huge 3. Oh, he left it short. It was on line. Rebound for Isaac Sunby. He's going to push up into the front court, into the corner to Bloom. He'll go to Josiah Sunby. Almost a carry. Got on top of the ball, though. Isaac Sunby shot fake down the baseline, and he threw it away. Yeah, that was a bad decision. He was nowhere to go there in that spot. That's when you got to pull out. So another turnover here for Sacred Heart. Back ahead. Spinning Escala. Norland for a spot up 3. Splash! And a timeout, Fosston. It's a 6-point game. The Greyhounds and their seniors are making it interesting with 7:28 to go, storming all the way back with an 8-0 run to pull within 6.
Yeah, I didn't see. Is this a full timeout? Are we going to keep it here? Or?
It is a full timeout. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll be back with the rest of this one after this. It's the Section 8A Boys Championship on KROX and the KROX live stream.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Minnesota high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Back here from Ralph Englestad Arena. Here we go off the 8-0 Greyhounds run to make it a 6-point game. How do Sacred Heart respond after this Fosston timeout? The Eagles have all their timeouts remaining. Isaac Sumby still in the game, getting some extended minutes. Here's Arnson. That was a foul, and they got it. A blocking call here on Tice, just a little too ambitious on that closeout. That'll be the second team foul on the Greyhounds. That is the one thing as this game moves along. Not a lot of team fouls here in the second half for either team.
Yeah, I mean, the refs have been doing a good job calling, traveling, double dribble, and that stuff, but there just really hasn't been much fouls. Like you said, it's been a really clean game, so give him credit there.
Now here's Denny. He's going to back his guy down, and trying to draw the charge there with Scala, and he kind of flopped, and they good no call, I thought. Denny lays it in for 2, and that puts an end to the 8-0 run. Just his first points since he had the early 6 in the opening half, and that was big time there for Denny. Under 7 minutes to go. There's that lob on the backside. Arnson right at this time, though, jumped in the passing lane for the steal. It's a Greyhounds turnover, learning from what you saw earlier in the game. That's good job there from Arnson and well coached by Destry Sturkle. Here's Denny in front of the three-point line. He's going to back him down again. Scala's got to post him up, play him up. Tried to swipe on the ball. It affected the shot, and it is a miss. So he doesn't get credit for a block there, but he did affect the shot. And now back come the Greyhounds, trailing by 8. They give it up. Arnson up ahead. Here's Josiah Sunby. They can start to ice this one away. Down the stretch here, Sunby for 3, trying to do just that. A little strong as he was already starting to back his way down the court. An offensive rebound for Denny, though, as the Greyhounds were unable to corral the miss. Now to the rim, Arnson tightropes the baseline. He was in a straight jacket and he threw it away. Rebound, or not a rebound, a steal for Colin Norland up ahead. 6 minutes to go. Here's Tice. He'll go by Denny. Stop. Underneath here to Aaron Norland. That little mid-range jumper, no good, but a foul on the closeout there on Josiah Sunby, and that will send Norland to the line. That's a mistake you can't have there if you're Sunby after the shot. And now Norland gets a chance at the free throw line.
Well, especially on a shot that was it was a tough shot. It wasn't a wide open look. I mean, he was fading to his left, so you definitely could just let him go. He wasn't gonna. I mean, you said it's after the shot. It's something you need to avoid. Luckily, again, 3 team fouls so far. You don't have to worry about it right now, but.
Well, the free throw is good. Yeah, from the team foul aspect, you don't. But allowing points, that's a whole other story.
Exactly, yes. I mean, obviously, you don't want to have them go to the line anyway, but so far been good defense. Hopefully they can just be one little anomaly and go back to playing some solid defense.
Well, the balance is definitely showing for Fosston now, as Norland, who had 6 points in the first half to keep him afloat, just scored his first points in this half. They have 5 different guys that have scored in this half, and it's back to a 6-point game. 2 huge free throws there by the senior Aaron Norland. Here is Sunby on the wing. He'll go up here to Landon Denny. It's Denny, Arnson, Erickson, and the Sunbees out there for Sacred Heart. Josiah Sunby off the bounce. The no-look pass into the corner to Erickson. He had it stripped away as Aaron Norland swiped down and knocked it loose. Up ahead to Colin Norland. Now he gets his pocket pick. Josiah Sunby says, I'll take this, don't mind if I do. And a transition 3 for Arnson is good as the Eagles crowd erupts. What a swing of events there. Started by the steal from Josiah Sunby. Now Fosston down 9. They need an answer. Arnson, a couple of triples in this half, has put the lead back to 9. Tice, shot fake, going by Denny, drops it off. There was some contact. The layup's up and good, and they're going to call foul here on Sunby. I don't know how that could be the case. He stood up to take a charge, got knocked to the ground, and then on the pass, well, he's underneath Aaron Norland, who laid it up and in for 2, and he gets called for the foul. That's a tough break.
Yeah, Coach Sturkle's asking how that could have been called too. I mean, it's a head scratcher. We'll say that much.
I thought more than anything it maybe could have been a charge initially as Norland makes the free throw. Hey, you know what they say, ball don't lie, and he knocks down the free throw, I guess. So there you go, back to a 6-point game. So the Greyhounds finding answers. Norland has the last 5, and we got ourselves a 6-point game, 5 minutes to go. But that's not enough. They got to get stops on this end. Where do the Eagles turn to offensively? Well, an open 3 is a good idea, and knocking it down is Parker Erickson. They were just late on the closeout, and the Eagles' 3-point shooting has really separated themselves from Fosston in this half. Up top to Tice. They rotate nicely defensively. Hudson Bushy out there to shoot maybe a little bit more as he's an offensive kind of player. Both Bushies out there. Here's Tice off the bounce, going by Denny. A little bit of contact, threw up a wild shot, no good. Colin Norland crashed in for the rebound. His putback, no good. It's tipped around like a volleyball, and Denny comes down with the miss. An empty trip for Fosston. Up ahead, Erickson, shot fake in the corner. He's going to try and back down Aaron Norland. He kicks it to Arnson, shot fake to the baseline. Oh, they get bailed out as he was going to lob that to Denny. It would have been a steal, but a foul as they hit his arm, and that'll keep it here with 4:06 to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. Giving the Eagles credit for really pulling those defenders out to the perimeter and then be able to drive. But Fosston did really lock it down, make them try to cough it up, and here's a
look at that play inside. Denny lays it in for 2, and it's back to double digits, 50-39. Coach Sturkle's giving high fives to the players on the bench.
I thought he was going to come give me one for a second.
3 for Tice is no good, and well, that comeback that Fosston looked like they were going to make, you're starting to wonder if they've got anything left in the tank here. Arnson for the dagger from the corner. It's good. It's 53-39. Eagles up by 14. Aaron Norland stopping in the half court. Surprised they don't take a timeout here if you're the Greyhounds. Hudson Bushy thought about the 3. Goes over to Norland. Colin Norland had it knocked away, gets it back. He'll attack off the bounce. Lays it in with the scoop shot and gets it to go. And now Fosston will do just that and take a 30-second timeout. And listen to that crowd roar. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a huge momentum swing there.
53-41. It was a Landon Denny layup to go along with another Ethan Arnson 3. And then coming back there to get 2 to get it back to 12 before taking the timeout was Colin Norland. Great song choice here to get the crowd fired up.
Yeah, I think there should be an Eagle logo over in that corner there. The Sacred Heart is that is their spot. You think Fosston would understand to have a guy be a little closer there after that second 3, but Sacred Heart, again, they're doing a great job moving the ball around, and the fact that they have that option to go down low with Denny really makes it hard to defend that perimeter. I don't know if you can hear me anymore. Wow.
Well, we can hear you a little bit, but it is pretty loud. I'm not going to lie, as the Sacred Hearts fans are on their feet. Ethan Arnson has hit 3 second-half threes. They've hit 5 as a team in the half, 7 in the game, and that really is the difference. Here's that full court pressure now off the timeout. They get the trap in the coffin corner. Oh, he throws it away. Norland the steal. Colin Norland lays it in for 2. Well, that's how you get yourself back into the game. Huge second half for Colin Norland. Into Josiah Sunby. He picks up his dribble again, throws it to Isaac Sunby. He goes up ahead, 2-on-1. Erickson to the rim. Blocked, but a foul on Scala will send Erickson to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, talking about turnover events there. He thought it was going to be another turnover on the opposite baseline, but a quick underhand, I think through the legs pass from Sunby to Sunby.
That's what it looked like.
So
that was something.
Hey, they got that connection, so they found each other and a quick turnaround, and now Sacred Heart shooting 2.
And big free throws. You make your free throws down the stretch, you'll win, as this one's off the mark, though, for Erickson. He missed that to the right. It's one thing as a shooter if you're missing short or long, but he missed that one off to the right there. So this would get it to 11, though, with 3:01 to go. And he does split the pair, 54-43. Fosston, you definitely got to have a sense of urgency here in the half court. Colin Norland off the bounce to Aaron Norland. Jab step, attacking at the elbow. Kicks it to Tice. He goes between the legs. They've already taken 10 seconds this trip down. Hudson Bushy swings it over. Off the bounce, Aaron Norland puts up the floater. It's good, and now they'll set up that full court pressure once again. 9-point game. Here is Sunby. He'll spin Josiah, or Isaac Sunby to Josiah Sunby. They got to get it across. Oh, he threw it away. He tried to find Arnson, but Arnson was leaking the other way. He's got to come back to that pass. It's out of bounds, 2:33 to go, and Fosston with a little bit of life.
I was just going to see, you got to help your ball handler up there. I mean, he's rushing, obviously. You don't have much time. You got to get that ball across half. A crucial turnover.
Aaron Norland denied by Denny. It was a volleyball spike out of bounds there on that block, as that gets the Eagles fans back on their feet, but it does stay with Fosston. 2:25 to go. The Greyhounds should have 2 timeouts remaining. Remember, they don't stop the clock on a made basket, so you want to save at least 1 for a late game situation if you have to use it. Inside to Aaron Norland. They got the post-up kick. Scala hasn't scored yet, but this 3, it's off the mark. And a rebound for Parker Erickson. They got fouls to give as they keep the pressure on. Oh, they almost threw it away again. Isaac Sunby has it. Up to Josiah Sunby in the front court. Erickson, he thought about the 3, but he'd rather run some more time off. Out to Isaac Sunby. Here's Josiah Sunby. 2 minutes left. They got to consider fouling now, down 9, or they need a steal. They double Arnson. He attacks baseline, picks up his dribble, and then they do get a reach and foul with 1:55 to go. On Sacred Heart, again, Bo, I mentioned it, they got all 5 of their timeouts, so if they get in a tough spot, you could certainly use one if you need to.
Oh, definitely, just to calm your nerves. I mean, it's just a very nerve-wracking time.
And that's something the coaching staff should be telling them, too, saying, hey, if you have to, don't be afraid to use one. Fosston has 1 more foul to give before Sacred Heart's at the line, and, well, Sunby flipped it to Isaac Sunby. He gets it over to Arnson. That was almost a turnover. Arnson with Tice on him, and we get a foul here on Tice with 1:39 to go. Now, from this point on, every foul will send Sacred Heart to the free throw line. So that's the 3rd on Tice, which is important as well because you want him on the court if you can. They lob, oh my goodness, into Bushy. He steals it as they went to Isaac Sunby. He'll get his shot blocked by Arnson, and then a push on Tice going for the rebound. So it's going to work out in the end for Sacred Heart, but my goodness, have they been careless with the ball the last minute or 2.
Yeah, I mean, that is just a very bold pass attempt. Exactly, you said it perfectly. They lucked out. The fact that we're back at the line on this end, but you can't be doing that right now at this point of the game.
1:34 to go, 9-point game, and how about this? It's going to be Isaac Sunby at the free throw line. The free throw is up. He missed it short, and Denny, wow, I'm surprised that was not over the back. It's a rebound, but then stripped away. Fosston has it. Moving up ahead, Colin Norland stops inside the three-point line, dishes. A transition 3 short for Aaron Norland. It was a good look. Rebound Josiah Sunby, and he gets fouled, and Josiah Sunby will head to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. 1:20 to go. Well, in the post-game show, we will talk with the winning head coach, possibly a player or 2. We'll get the post-game interviews as well, or not interviews, the award ceremony as well, so be watching for that. We'll take a break on the radio when that happens, of course, but we'll keep it here on the stream. Carson Bushy will come in. Scala just fouled out, and for the senior, that's a tough way to go out if they don't win this game. No points for a guy that scored 20-plus in their semifinal win, was one of their leading scorers all year. But he did not score today. Josiah Sunby's free throw is good as the junior knocks it down. Just 6 points for him in the game, but a huge free throw there. And he's got 1 more coming now. The second free throw is up off the front of the rim, no good, tipped around, and Arnson uses his size to get the rebound, and he's fouled. Ethan Arnson will head to the line for the last 1-and-1 as it's the 9th team foul. Now there's that size advantage again coming into play with Sacred Heart having more size underneath.
Well, exactly. I mean, nobody had control of that, obviously, but just having that extra couple inches to just tap the ball around, finally come down with it, huge. As Ike Sudby comes out.
Yeah, Isaac Sumby will come out as the free throw off the front of the rim. I tell you, if this was a closer game, they'd like some of these free throws. They still may want them. As up ahead, a corner three. They need it for Hudson Bushy. He missed it, and Landon Denny gets the rebound. Here's Josiah Sundby. He'll spin, pass one up ahead. It's Erickson to Arnson going to the rim. He lays it in for two with a minute to go, and Sacred Heart can sense it now. Up ahead, the three is no good. Arnson the rebound. He's fouled with 49 seconds to go. And unless we see a miraculous comeback, it's going to be the Sacred Heart Eagles going back to the state tournament once again.
Letting the crowd speak for you.
My goodness. Loud there on that side. And of course, two sides to this. Fosston dead quiet right now as they had such high expectations, had been playing so well, and they ran into a buzzsaw here in Sacred Heart. The first free throw is good for Arnson. And Bo, you got enough battery on that thing, right, to make it through the awards?
I got some extra batteries too.
Okay, good. I just wanted to double check. It's a long way up here if you didn't, as the free throw off the mark there for Arnson. So 1 of 2 trip. They will want to get that sorted out by the time they head down to state. We get a push here on Bloom. That's on the ground, though. And just the 5th team foul. 43 seconds to go. As some fans already starting to make their way out, it looks like. Fosston has it in the front court. They'll inbound underneath. 43 seconds to go into Carson Bushy. His pass well through the wickets of Aaron Norling. Gets it to Tice over the top of Denny. That three is no good. Rebound for Sundby. His pass tipped by Hudson Bushy comes to Erickson, and Fosston now, they might not even foul here. Sacred Heart may just pull it out. Well, Hudson Bushy stole it as Erickson was a little careless. Up to Carson Bushy on the wing, and again, his ankle. You feel bad for him as he has not been healthy. That three's off the mark. Rebound here for Fosston. Tice will finally get one to go with 13 seconds. And I think that'll be it. They'll just inbound it. And that's going to do it as the final seconds tick off. The Sacred Heart Eagles are champions once again in 2023. Well, what a performance here today for Sacred Heart. From start to finish, Fosston led 2-0, and then it was all Sacred Heart the rest of the way as they win this one here today, 58-47, to head back to the state tournament for the 2nd straight year. And they got more than just a consolation championship on their mind this time around. This is a team 27-4 now that has an opportunity to really do some damage. And then again for Fosston, great season. You feel bad, the seniors. There's some tears being shed. They put so much into it over the last 4 years. Some of these kids, they were starting since they were freshmen. And they were such a great team. They just did not have it today. A lot of that is due to how well Sacred Heart played, but nothing to be ashamed about if you're the Greyhounds. A great season, and certainly a class that will not be forgotten. So we'll take a break on the radio. We're going to keep it here on the video stream for the awards ceremony, as we will have the PA announcer. I think his last name's Froyland. I know it's Reed. He's going to kind of give us the rundown. So we'll keep it here. Camera will zoom in on that, and you'll be able to see the award ceremony. And then we will come back after that and break down kind of what we saw here today in the postgame show, talk with the head coach of the Eagles and a couple players as well. So we'll take a break on the radio, keep it here on the stream for the award ceremony. We'll be back after this.
This afternoon, we wish to congratulate both schools on their fine play and good sportsmanship, and the fans from both schools on their good sportsmanship and great crowd atmosphere throughout this game. Presenting the awards this afternoon are Fosston Activities Director Ryan Hanlon and Sacred Heart Activities Director Nevin Lubarski. They are assisted by Mike Kolness, the Executive Secretary of Region 8A of the Minnesota State High School League. The Fosston Greyhounds are the runners-up in Section 8A. Members of the official squad, please step forward as your name is called to receive your individual medal. Number 3, Aaron Norland. Number 4, Cullen Norland. Number 5, Carson Bushy. Number 10, Zach Tice. Number 11, Kelton Gray. Number 12, Hudson Bushy. Number 20, Trevor Vig. Number 21, Ryan Dupong. Number 22, Gavin Gray. Number 23, Darren Scala. Number 24, Thatcher Palyubicki. Number 30, Ethan Gray. Number 33, Will Christian. Number 40, Anthony Carleen. Number 42, Jaden Baki. Student manager, Greta Dusterman. Student manager, Ashlyn Hoffler. Student manager, Brenna Hoffler. And the coaching staff, assistant coaches Dan Bushy and Les Viken. And head coach, Ben Hemberger. And now, with the captains of the Fosston Greyhounds, please step forward to receive your Section 8A runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Greyhounds, on an outstanding season. The Section 8A champions are the Sacred Heart Eagles. Members of the official squad, please step forward as your name is called to receive your individual championship medals. Number 0, Mike Gapp. Number 1, Isaac Sundby. Number 2, Johnny Spiker. Number 3, Josiah Sundby. Number 4, Parker Erickson. Number 5, Breck Bloom. Number 10, Ethan Arntzen. Number 11, Isaac Ortiz. Number 12, Noah Thompson. Number 15, Braden Welsh. Number 22, Montana Jorgensen. Number 23, Landon Denny. Number 24, Greg Downs. Number 25, Sawyer Horkin. Number 33, Jake Satterland. Number 35, Elliot Arntzen. Number 42, Will Zavarall. And the coaching staff, assistant coaches Logan Latovsky and Oscar Ortiz III. And head coach, Destry Sturkle. And now, with the captains of the Sacred Heart Eagles, please step forward to receive your championship trophy. Congratulations to the Eagles. They advance to the quarterfinal round of the Minnesota State Class A Boys Basketball Tournament.
Well, we are back here on KROX, and of course, we're still here on the video stream. And, well, Bo's down there on the sideline. He's going to get a team picture here of the Eagles at some point, unless they don't take one. They should. And Thursday is when the Eagles will play, as they will be at Williams Arena either at 11, 1, 3, or 5, and the time will be announced tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have all the Sacred Heart games on the radio as well, as long as they're playing down at the state tournament. So they're going to cut the nets down. And we'll see if we can get maybe a team picture afterwards, or maybe a picture at some point. But Bo's waiting to talk with Coach Destry Sturkle. He's talking. He's got a lot of interviews to do. Let's just put it that way. Yes, he's going to have a lot of guys to talk to. But we'll get that in a little bit. We can run through our scoring here first from this game while we wait for that. For Fosston in the losing effort, I actually haven't tallied everything up quite yet, but we'll do that in a second as the Eagles are cutting down the nets. And you can just leave it on the rim if you want, Tom, and that way you don't have to hold it, and they can just see that. But let's see here. For Fosston in the losing effort, they had 3 guys in double digits still. They had 13 from senior Aaron Norlin, 10 apiece from senior Cullen Norlin and Zach Tice, 9 from senior Carson Bushy playing on that tough ankle injury, and then 2 off the bench from Anthony Carline and 1 from junior Hudson Bushy. So that equals their 47 points in the losing effort here today. And they're meeting one last time down below as they have one last team meeting. But a great season for Fosston. And for Sacred Heart in the winning effort today, a lot of different guys that really factored into this one. It was such a balanced effort early on. And then in the second half specifically, you look to guys like Ethan Arntzen to lead the charge, and that's exactly what he did. 17 points for the senior, 12 in the second half. And then the other guys in double digits, it was 11 for sophomore Parker Erickson, 10 for senior Landon Denny, 6 for junior Josiah Sunby, 3 apiece from Breck Bloom, Mike Gapp as they each hit a triple, and then 2 apiece off the bench from Greg Downs and Isaac Sunby. All 8 guys that played for Sacred Heart did score in this game. So there you go. That's a look at the scoring. Of course, we'll have the scoring totals. We'll be adding some pictures here a little bit. Coach Destry Sturkle's comments and more on our website at KROXAM.com, so you can be looking there for that here in just a little bit. Pretty much have the game story written. I'm just working on a couple other things right now, and we'll have that up for you in a little bit as well. And like we said, we're waiting. Bo will be talking with the head coach of the Eagles, Destry Sturkle, in just a moment. And, well, it looks like he might be moving aside right now to do just that. So from one to the next, it looks like. We'll see if we can get him. And, all right, Bo, we'll send it down to you and Coach Destry Sturkle.
All right, thanks, Wyatt. Well, Coach, this has been your goal all season long. Just give me your initial emotions right now.
You know, really excited, but I want more. I want more. This was awesome last year. felt like a dream come true, but we've worked hard, and we're going to enjoy the heck out of this one. There's a hard-nosed battle. It's a tough tournament to win, but my initial reaction is, who the heck are we playing on Wednesday, and what do we got to do to win the damn thing?
Hey, I love that mindset, especially, first time in school history going down to state last year. And as you said, it was a dream come true, but now you have that taste and you know you want more. And, well, this game was a hard-fought one. It looks like you were going to kind of pull away there, but all of a sudden, Fosston came back, gave you a little more fits than you thought. And just in that second half, what were some adjustments that you made to obviously seal this one for you?
Well, we wanted to work inside out and get post touches, and then inside out three-pointers. We were a little bit sloppy, had some bad turnovers, but you get up 14, 15 points, it's hard to stay locked in, but give credit to Fosston and Ben. That's a heck of a team. They cut it to 6, and then our guys responded. We leaned on that experience, Josiah and Ethan and Landon and Breck, and then you bring in little son B, Ike. He came in and just played a heck of a game. Freshman, he has no experience, but well, he's a competitor, just like his brother, just like his entire family, just like this entire team.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It seemed that every player that came on the court just seemed to just have that knowledge of, hey, we know what you got to do here. Even Isaac as a freshman seemed to have that composure and really just take this all the way. You named a couple players, and what were some big plays that you saw that really you think turned the tide for you to keep it?
There's a lot on the defensive end. We made him hit contested shots, shoot contested shots, and rebounded the heck out of the ball. Landon Denny had to have had 15 rebounds, it seemed like. And then we had big shots. Mike Gabb hits a big corner three. Isaac Sumby gets a steal and a layup. And then Ethan a couple big shots. Parker with a floater. I mean, it's just, we can attack so many ways. It's not just a 1-2 man show. It's all 5 on the floor, and that makes us hard to beat and hard to defend.
And obviously you need both of those if you want to have success down in state. And obviously you got a couple days here to kind of regroup and gather yourself. You want to enjoy this, but what are your messages going into your next practices?
We just got to keep doing what we do. We're going to watch a ton of film. We find out the seedings here in a couple hours. I got Coach Latovsky and Ortiz. Those two, they're grinders. They do so much. I got a newborn at home. They let me leave practice if I got something to do. They grind and grind and grind, and they come up with game plans. We bounce ideas off each other. They're not just a yes man assistant coaches. Those two are big of a reason why we're having this success, and we'll put something together for them.
Well, that's great. One last thing here. The crowd at the end there, especially all game long, but especially just seemed electric. You were pumped up. I thought you were going to come give me a high five for a second there. I mean, what can you say about this environment?
This environment's awesome. Awesome venue in Sacred Heart. Top notch. Great. They're our family. I don't have any family around the area. Sacred Heart is my wife and my kids' family. They're everything. They bring you in. They treat you like family, and they love to see us win.
I couldn't agree more. Well, Coach, I'll let you go celebrate. Well, obviously we'll be covering your games. We're down at state, so we're looking forward to it.
I'm trying not to fall off this ladder.
All right. Best of luck, Coach.
All righty, thank you, Bo. Appreciate that. And we'll let the players obviously cut down the net, and then once they get that taken care of, probably talk to Ethan Arnson for sure, as he had a monster game for them, leading the charge. And then we'll see if maybe we can get Josiah Sunby again. He was a guy we talked to last year after they win this game, and we'll see if we can get both of those guys maybe, and those will be the two players we talked to as well. But we'll have Coach Destry Sturkle's comments on our website at KROXAM.com, so you can be looking there for that. And, well, they might be taking a picture now, it looks like. And, oh, look at this. They're going to get everybody. How about that? They're going to get the fans out there. This is something. Just an absolute mess over there right now on the court, and you love to see it. And
well, White, as Coach Sturkle said, this is not just fans, they're family. It's pretty, pretty cool to see, and I got to get on the right side of this.
I was going to say, I think you got to go by the rim. Go by the rim. Got to go by the hoop. Get that picture. We're going to want that, so I'll let you hustle over there and do that. This is incredible. We'll have this on our website as well, as they are all down there, and it is a family. That's why some of the players are facing the other way, thinking the picture is going to be taken the other way. They got to move around to the other side. Oh, it's good stuff. But we'll keep it here because we are going to talk again, with Ethan Arnson and Josiah Sunby will be the two guys we talk about. Again, just to go over what we will have for Sacred Heart now, though. They're going to play Thursday at Williams Arena either at 11, 1, 3, or 5. Should be announced either late today or early tomorrow. As soon as they do, we'll post that on our website at KROXAM.com. And then depending on how they do, they'll play Friday either at 10 noon or 2 p.m. So that's what we know. That's what we can pass along. And then from there, we'll carry all their games on the radio as long as they go. Last year, a consolation championship. They're looking for more this time around. And why not? With the way they played today, the team that they have, they could do a lot of good moving forward. That's for sure. So, yeah, good stuff. Again, the scoring totals, Arnson had 19, Erickson 13, Denny 10, 6 for Josiah Sunby, Breck Bloom, Mike Gapp 3 apiece, Isaac Sunby, Greg Downs 2 apiece. For Fosston in the losing effort today, Aaron Norland 13, Colin Norland 12, 10 from Zach Tice, 9 from Carson Bushy, 2 from Anthony Carline, 1 from Hudson Bushy as well. So that's your scoring totals. 58-47 is your final score. Sacred Heart gets the win. They outscore Fosston 25-12 in the opening half. Fosston actually did outscore them 35-33 in the second half, but it was not enough as Sacred Heart's able to hang on and get the win. So that is the scoring totals. We'll have the video replay, things like that on our website as well at KROXAM.com. Bo's got to try and navigate this massive crowd as the players are still huddled up in the middle of it right now, doing, they might be saying a prayer, which you love to see as well. Everybody getting involved with that. And, yeah, kind of a cool moment there at the Ralph as they celebrate their second straight Section 8A title here today. And they will head back to the state tournament this upcoming week. So I'll look forward to going down to the Twin Cities and covering that. So, yeah, there you go. Eagles, another roar down from the court level. The size a little too much for Fosston this game. They hit enough threes from the outside, 7 to be exact. Ethan Arnson had 3 of them in the second half, and they were just too much. Arguably the best team in the section right from the get-go this year. And not as much drama in this championship as the one they had last year, but nonetheless, they're going to the state tournament, so I don't think they care. And they're happy about that. So I'll let the navigating begin for Bo as the players start to break off and go their separate ways. It's got to be your favorite part of the job right now, Bo, trying to navigate through the crowd and get a couple of the guys we want to talk to. Ethan Arnson will be one of them, the senior that led the way with 19 points. And then, of course, Josiah Sunby, their point guard, who's a fun player to watch, the junior, will be another one that we try to get as well. And yeah, I'm looking through the mosh pit as well as Bo is. I'm trying to find them. Nothing yet, so I'll let Bo keep looking around. If I see him, Bo, I'll let you know. And we'll have those interviews coming your way here on KROX and the video stream in just a moment. But yeah, looking forward to hearing their thoughts after another victory here today. And looks like I see one of the Sunbees. There's the other one, so they're right here. Bo's working his way to him right now, so we'll see if we can have a quick conversation with Josiah Sunby here. And, the parents are down there, so they got a lot going on right now, and we're very grateful for the time that they do give us. But would love an opportunity to talk to Josiah Sunby and Ethan Arnson as Bo is making his way over, and it looks like he's got his attention, so we'll see if we can get it down there. And Bo, if you're ready, you can take it away.
All right, Josiah, well, it's a year ago, roughly, we were in the same spot. It was a little different with you being your first time going down. Initial reactions, how are you feeling?
Obviously, we're all feeling really good right now. Now we're going to celebrate the rest of the day and see who we match up with at state and just start game planning for that. We're ready to go do something, make some noise at state.
Well, obviously, the last time you're a little unsure. It was a big, scary going down to state. This time, you got some experience under your belt. And how do you guys feeling right now? I mean, obviously, you want to get a little more than we got last year. When you go down there, what's the biggest thing that kind of get used to? Is it the nerves? Is it the bigger arena? What does it feel?
Well, for me, last year is definitely just settling into the game. There's definitely some nerves, but I think we got a good crew. We all work together really well, and I feel like if we just keep playing our game, we're going to do great down there.
Oh, I agree as well. And, just one thing I wanted to point out, I mean, how cool is it to be on a stage this big with a state trip on the line, to have your brother out there as well, and you guys seem to have a pretty good connection.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that kid. He did great today.
Yeah, that he did. And so both you have some big plays. And, well, as you said, you're going down this time. You know what you're going to do. Just, something you want to work on, but maybe that you had some flaws or some weaknesses from last time around. What do you want to see improvement in this time?
Well, we just got to keep coming out hot in the second half like we have, but just keep our foot on the pedal the whole time and not let them creep back in like they did. But otherwise, I think we did a great job responding to that as well, but just that'd probably be the only thing.
All right, great. Well, I'll let you go celebrate. We'll be covering your games next week, so Wyatt will be down there. We'll see you then.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Josiah. All right, we got to find Ethan.
Yeah,
correct?
so Ethan's running around as well somewhere, and let you start
What's the
that.
number again I'm looking for?
He's number 10.
10, right? Yeah, that's what
number,
I thought. It's gonna...
number 10, Ethan. And appreciate Josiah's time. I'll let Bo try and find Ethan. And again, there's so many people down on the court right now. For those watching on the stream, you know what we're talking about. Those on the radio, you're like, what do you mean? Well, there's hundreds of people on the court right now. Happy to be able to talk to Josiah, a kid that was a big part. Oh, I think I see him actually, Bo. You got to go to your, well, you're right. Yep, that way towards the rim, unless that's not him. But it looks like he's near the rim underneath the hoop, that direction, taking a picture possibly right now. So I'll let you work your way that way and see if you can spot him. Well, now I lost where Bo was down there as well, so I don't even know where Bo went. But hopefully he gets Ethan here in a little bit.
Yep, all right, found him.
All righty, so once you're ready, you can take it once you get the opportunity. And again, they're taking pictures and whatnot, but it looks like he's got him, so we'll send it down to Bo.
All right, Ethan, well, initial reactions. I've been asking everybody that after a big game like this. How are you feeling?
Feeling awesome. It's great to be back here for a second time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, last year was a pretty big thing for your school. I mean, the first time going down to state, and well, now you have a little experience under your belt. What are you looking forward to? What's some things that you're going to get used to right away, as compared to some nerves maybe right away?
We're gonna try to win the first game, obviously. Hopefully, get the 4 or 5 seed, and then if we win that, we can go to the Target Center, and that's our goal, is to play there and potentially win it. So we think we can do that.
Well, that's a great goal to have, actually. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, last year, I think the goal was really just to get there and experience that. But this is the team now that has some experience, and you guys just really worked well together. You've had success on both ends of the court. In this game, you had yourself a pretty big game as well on the offensive side. Well, actually, both sides as well. Just how are you feeling after a game like this, and thinking ahead of who you're going to play potentially?
Well, my threes were on today, so that was really nice. So hopefully my threes will be on for the first game, because we'll really need that. And yeah, we need to shoot the ball with confidence. That's the biggest key.
That's a big key as well, especially, as you said, in a big tournament like the state one. Yeah, looks like I told Wyatt during the game we needed to put an eagle in that logo in that corner there. You guys were just feeding off that. And so is that something you guys really, I mean, obviously you have some height size in this, height advantage in this game. That's not always going to be the case. And so is that something you guys fall back on, or is that something that you guys, that three-pointer, you just really work into your game more?
We'll still implement the post a lot. We're actually a really big team for single A, so we like to have inside-out threes. So when the post gets the ball, then pass it out to get a three. That's what we try to aim for. So as long as we can do that, we'll be fine.
Good deal. Well, again, so you got to celebrate tonight, and you got to go right back at it. And a couple of things you're looking forward to, and some things you can improve on from your last trip down to state.
First thing to improve on is winning that first game.
Yeah, of course.
We're the consolation champions last year, so obviously winning the first one. Basically just playing well. We got to come out strong. We didn't come out strong in the first game last year. So we got to come out strong for the first game for sure.
Do you think nerves might have been a little bit a part of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, you got some experience now. You guys have been playing some very close games, some big games, and we're looking to covering you guys. We'll be down there, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, thank you. Wyatt, back to you.
All right, appreciate Bo's work down there on the sidelines all day long, and appreciate Ethan and Josiah's time. Again, they're going to be playing this upcoming week at Williams Arena. We will carry all of their games in the state tournament on KROX Radio, and so it'll be this Thursday at Williams Arena, either at 11, 1, 3, or 5, and then, of course, we'll know that. We'll post it on our website as soon as we do, and then they'd play Friday as well at 10 a.m., noon, or 2 p.m., and again, we would have that one on KROX Radio as well. We'll carry all of their games on KROX Radio as long as they keep playing. So there you go. I think what we'll do is we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll recap it all in the post-game show one last time and just kind of give our final thoughts before we sign off and wrap things up here from the Ralph. Again, the final score is a 58-47 win for Sacred Heart as they beat the Fosston Greyhounds 58-47, and we still have number 5 to play, so we'll play a 2-minute break, and then when we come back, we will recap everything after this. It's the post-game show of the Section 8A Boys Championship on KROX and the KROX video stream.
Varnish Real Estate Team, let's team up. Varnish Real Estate Team.
It's the team that's ready to bring you home. Keller Williams Inspire Realty Vanish Real Estate Team. When buying or selling real estate, it begins with a call to the experienced Vanish Real Estate Team. Home listings up and down the valley. Fargo to West Fargo, Grand Forks to East Grand Forks. From Devil's Lake to Crookston, Thief River Falls to Grafton, and all points in between. 218-791-4510. VanishRealEstateTeam.com.
A better outdoor cooking experience begins today at Home of Economy. Halo Cooking products deliver everything from cordless wood-fired grilling to windproof griddles. Or how about pizza in just 5 minutes? See for yourself at Home of Economy.
When there's work to be done, water and mud can't stand in your way. So plow right through in a pair of muck boots from Home of Economy. Made from neoprene and heavy-duty rubber, muck boots are designed for total comfort with a snug fit and built-in arch support.
Hi, my name is Dayton, and I'd like to welcome you to the all-new Rydell Toyota Grand Forks. Let me show you around. Our first stop is the sales showroom, where our friendly sales consultants and product geniuses are here to help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Our sales team is here to help you make a wise choice, and they're paid based on how satisfied you are, not how much you spend or even what vehicle you choose. All of us here at the new Rydell Toyota would like to welcome you to stop by and say hi.
Phil Vagno, Oxford Realty, Grand Forks, North Dakota. He's been part of the East Grand Forks, and surrounding communities for over 60 years. Phil's a proud supporter of high school sports and especially Sacred Heart Athletics. Phil's also a big proponent of real estate investments. Let Phil be your calming voice in the crazy world of real estate. Give Phil a call so he can help you make the right move. All he asks is for you to give him a chance. Phil Vagno, Oxford Realty, 218-693-1062, or online visit oxfordrealtynd.com. Thank you, and good luck, Eagles!
And we are back here from Ralph Englestad Arena as we wrap up our post-game show here on KROX and the KROX video stream. The Sacred Heart Eagles boys basketball team, they're back-to-back Section 8A champions. They finished with a record here in the regular season and section tournament of 27-4, and they'll play in the state tournament at Williams Arena this coming week. Again, Thursday will be their opening round game. It'll either be at 11, 1, 3, or 5, and I like what Ethan Arnson said there. They're hoping to get the 4 or the 5 playing that same game they played in a year ago, potentially win that one and get an opportunity in the semifinals. Last year, they lost that opening round game, eventually came up through the consolation side of the bracket, won the consolation championship. This is a team that's more than capable of taking it the next step, especially if they can hit some of their outside shots with the size they have inside. They're a tough team to handle, that's for sure. So, again, we'll have Coach Destry Sturkle's comments on our website at KROXAM.com. We'll add some pictures here in a little bit. We'll have the scoring, we'll have the story, and much more. It'll all be on KROXAM.com, so look there for that. We will also have where and when they play once we get that information on our website. And, again, KROX Radio will cover all of their state tournament games, so we're looking forward to that. Other than that, though, that's about it. So, again, the Eagles win 58-47, a great first half, a 13-0 run, a 25-12 lead at the halftime break. They do get outscored 35-33 in the second half, but it wasn't enough for the Greyhounds as they fall in this one 58-47. Fosston, they end their season, again, like we've already said, with a final record of 25-6. A lot of seniors that they're going to lose from this team. All 5 of their starters were seniors, and in total, lots of different guys that were seniors on this team, 7 to be exact. You had, in numerical order, number 3, Aaron Norland, his brother Cullen, number 4. They're both seniors. Carson Bushy, senior, who obviously, again, dealt with that ankle injury. I don't want to make excuses for Fosston, but if he was healthy, you do wonder if maybe could have been a different story here for the Greyhounds. It's unfortunate that we'll never know, but he was definitely not 100% in this game. Zach Tice, he's a senior that will move on. Darren Scala, another one. And then the guys off the bench that were seniors, Thatcher Palubicki and Anthony Carline, they both will graduate as well this spring. Congrats to them on great careers, a great season, and a run here in this section tournament. So, yeah, well, I think we'll leave it there. I think we've pretty much recapped everything we need to. Thanks to everybody that listened or watched. A special thanks to all of the sponsors for both the streams and the radio. Can't do it without you. What a day here at Ralph Englestad Arena. What an atmosphere and a great way to wrap up basketball here at the Ralph over the last couple of weeks. We've seen some amazing games. This was a good one, too. And Sacred Heart, they're heading back to the state tournament. We'll have the video replay on our website. We'll have all the totals and more at KROXAM.com. For Bo Melby and Tom Lezon, this is Y. Morrell signing off. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Have a great weekend. And again, KROXAM.com will have everything you need and more. If you want to know when they play, where they're playing, and anything like that, you can go there. This has been the Section 8A Boys Basketball Championship between Sacred Heart and Fosston on KROX.